Item number 19, my lord. I want examination.
I don't know the prayer, Mr. Teacher.
Yes. Obligation.
Item 1 for motion.
Will help your lord. The son of Riyazuddin.
Who is the father of this petition? Name of the father of the petition.
Riyazuddin.
Huh?
His father name is Riyazuddin.
Riyazuddin. Which page his name appears? Which
Page-
photo, please?
Page 21, your lord.
Page 20, 21,
19, your lordship.
19.
19.
This is 71 voter list.
71 voter list.
Village Sankhula.
Songkhula village.
He is the father.
He is the father of.
Okay,
the-
now which document will show that Abdul Haq is the son of Riyazuddin?
Yes, lordship. Lordship, may kindly turn to page 5, the additional affidavit, where 1985 voter list, the father and
Page,
son.
page number,
Page number 5 of the additional affidavit,
running page number.
page 5, and additional affidavit.
Next one. Take note of the running page number.
Item 2.
Running peace.
The council. There are very few small requirements of the court. Please take note and submit accordingly. Last day also you did something. I think this matter was listed about
Yes, lord.
3 to 4 days back.
Yes.
All we want, 3 simple things we want. Name of the father, where his name appears, which material will show that this person is the son or daughter of that person, and the relevant page numbers where you find. If you file additional affidavit, there is a running page number.
Sorry, lord. I will get.
These 3 small information, you please be prepared. So, yes, Mr. Shigdar.
Much. But here in this case, my lord, the problem is wrong recording of father's name, my lord. 65,
Page number
65, my lord, at least 30.
30.
31 is the vernacular, my lord.
Just
Father's name is
let us
wrong,
examine what kind of wrong.
my lord.
Maybe
Father's name is here recorded as Muhammad Dharmat Ali Abad.
Mohammed
Dharmat Ali Abad, son of
Hormat Ali
Abad.
Akhan. Okay, he is the father.
my lord.
Now, what is the mistake in the name?
My lord, I have some, my lord, my lord, 70, my lord, 71, my lord, voter list.
Hmm.
His father's name is corrected. My lord, as Humanitarian Ali Akon.
As
Humanitarian Ali Akon. Lost you will find at page 34.
34. Here, father is
Humanitarian Ali Akon. That is the correct name of.
no. In page 31, name of the father is Kadnu or what?
Muhammad Dharmat Ali Abad,
That is
son
his
of
name.
Kangalu.
Name of the father.
Father, my lord.
What is the name of the father?
My lord, Humanitarian Ali Akon, my lord. That has
Mr. Shigdar, in page 31, what is the name of the father?
Muhammad Dharmat Ali Abad, my lord.
This is the name of this voter, his father.
My lord.
I don't believe on that.
My lord.
Who is the father of Dharmat Ali Akhan?
Kangalu, my lord.
Sorry,
Kangalu.
Kangalu,
Yes, my lord. At page 31, my lord.
page 31. Okay, fine. Now, what is corrected? In
My lord,
31?
is page 34, relevant portion at page 35.
34.
Hurmut Ali Akon, son of Kangalu.
It's a Hurmut and a
Dharmat Ali.
Dharmat.
Yes, my lord. This previous case that father's name was wrong.
Just a minute.
recorded wrongly. So even if my lord 65 ignored, then my lord 71 helped.
No, just a minute. Do we have the complete voters list of 71?
Yes, my lord. That can be, my lord, 85 voter list, that is complete, my lord, where my name is also with my father. At page
No,
36.
just we're going too fast, Mr. Shigdar. So 1970, it is still Dharmat.
Dharmat. It was
Rest of-
corrected in 71.
71, it was correct.
Correct.
Yes, Mr. Pine, what do you say? And which document will show?
My lord, at page 36, 85 voter list,
85.
relevant portion at page 37. Hurmut Akant is the son of Kangalu, is my father. Then my name is at serial number 465. So Iman Ali Akant.
Iman Ali petitioner.
Hurmut.
So now, just a minute. even if it is Dharmat wife is Jaberan. Where is the name of Jaberan in 85?
My lord, 85 mother is not.
Mother
not
died.
surviving.
Okay. Where is the name of Seke Hussain? Where is the name of Seke Hussain, son of the Dharmat?
Siddhak Hussain, my lord. In the, my lord, that is, she's, my lord, here, my lord, in 85 voter list, Zorine Baya, wife of that person, Siddiq Ali. Here, my lord, Siddhak Hussain.
Mr. Sigdar, logically thinking, if Muhammad Dharmat Ali's name was wrongly depicted in 65,
My lord,
wrongly depicted in 70, corrected in 71 to be Hurmut,
my lord,
the name of the other persons along with Dharmat Ali, other family members,
my lord. Here, my lord,
they will also appear in 1985
my lord.
unless they have died.
My lord,
You said
yes, my
the
lord,
wife Jaberan Nessa had died,
my lord,
but that doesn't mean the entire family had died.
my lord.
Where are the other names?
My lord, in 70 voter list, mother Jabetan Nasa is available. Brother Siddiq
In
Hussain is
85.
85, 70 voter list.
In 85, where have those names?
Mother is not surviving. Then elder brother Siddiq Hussain is also not surviving.
Everybody died.
My lord, his wife, Siddiq Hussain wife, Zomiran Nasa is surviving, my lord.
Where is the
30.
name of Jabiron Nessa in 1970 or 1965?
Yes, my lord, that is available, please 32, my lord. Serial number 20.
Okay,
Jamiran
serial
Nessa,
20 Jamiran.
my lord.
So,
This Jamiran was also examined. My lord.
where is the name of Jamiran Nessa?
My lord, in page 37, Lord, you will find
Where is
Zomiron at,
It is not
my
there.
lord, my lord, there is some, my lord, name discrepancy. It is appeared as Zorina Bewa.
Mr. Sigdar, the expression you may use discrepancy, you may use incorrect, but names are different.
My lord, name,
One name different, we understand. Dharmat has been corrected as Hurmut. That's very well. No difficulty with that.
Right.
But if Dharmat's name was mistakenly put there as Hurmut's name was mistakenly put as Dharmat, other family members along with Dharmat or Hurmut, their names will continue to appear in the latest voters list along with corrected Hurmut. If his wife had died, other family members are there.
yes, my lord.
And it cannot be a case that within a span of 10 years,
yes, my lord.
everybody in the
My lord,
family died.
some persons
And all
are
new
there.
members have come up.
Some persons are there, some not. Some
Show
persons-
us which person
My lord,
is common.
in 70 voter list, page 32, Nur Bhanu.
Nur Bhanu.
Nur Bhanu. Nur Bhanu is also there, my lord.
70, where is Nur Bhanu?
Nur
Nur
Bhanu is-
Bhanu, son of wife or daughter of Ghafoor.
Yes, my lord. Lord, you will find at in 7, page 37, Nur
But
Bhanu.
Nur Bhanu is not a family of Hurmut.
My lord,
Nur Bhanu is somebody else's, Ghafoor's
wife, my
family.
lord. But then, my lord, Siddiq Hussain is not surviving. Jabetan not surviving.
The correct code.
Zomiron, my lord. Zomiron has been here recorded as Zorina. Then, my lord, Abdul Ghafoor in 70 voter list is also recorded here. Ghafoor Ali Akon in 85 voter list.
This comprises of their family. In page number 32, along with Dharmat, there appears the name of Nur Bhanu,
Yes, madam.
Jabetan, Jabetan, a wife or daughter of Dharmat, Siddiq, son of Dharmat, Jamiran, related to Siddiq, Abdul Ghafoor, son of Dharmat, Altar Ali, son of Dharmat or Harmat, whatever it is. Now, if you come to page 37, Dharmat has been corrected as Hurmut. But some of the earlier family members should also appear along with Hurmut.
But with some
That's-
name
But
variation.
none of them appear. That's a difficulty.
That is the difficulty, my lord.
My lord, name variation is there, my lord, but there, my lord.
Mr. Sigdar, we understand that within 10 years, 1 or 2 family members may have died. But it cannot be that the entire family members have died and a new set of family members is now attached to Hurmut. This is the question we are asking.
My lord, Altar Ali here in 70 voter list has been corrected as Altaz Ali account in.
So
85 voter list.
everybody is corrected.
Yes, sir.
This is the difficulty. How do you prove it?
My lord, Abdul Gofur here recorded as Gofur Ali account.
So everybody is.
So, yes, my lord,
So
variation is
if
there.
everybody is reflected in a different name, how can you rule out that they are not 2 different persons? You think over it. A stand is taken that Dharmat Ali Baka, that the name of Dharmat Ali Baka, son of Kavalu, of the 1970 voters list had been corrected as Hurmut Akanda, son of Kangalu, in the voters list of 1985. We have noted that in the voters list of 1966, the name of name is depicted as Muhammad Dharmat Ali Akan, son of Kangalu. In the 1970 voters list, in the same household, along with Dharmat Ali Baka, there appears the name of Nur Bhanu, Javetan Nisa, Siddiq Hussain, Jamiran Nisa, Abdul Ghafoor, and Altar Ali. If the name of Dharmat Ali Baka had been corrected as Hurmut Akanda, it is logically expected that the other family members of Dharmat Ali Akanda would also be depicted in the voters list of 1985. But the voters list of 1985 reflects some other names which do not find place in the voters list of 1970. Mr. Shigdar seeks for an adjournment to examine the aspect. It will be difficult here to bring something more.
My lord. There has been explanation in the pleading, my lord.
Mr.
Name has
Shigdar, you know the law. Explanation is not the only aspect. You have to substantiate.
My lord, the name variation of voter list, my lord.
Yes, next time.
Item 3.
One person, Mr. Shigdar, it is easy to accept, corrected. Fine, he is corrected. 1 or 2 persons may have died within 10 years, it is understandable. But when the entire family
Guys,
is a
Name-
different, saying different names,
Variation of name is there.
everybody is corrected, then what is the difference between being corrected and being 2 different persons? Nothing. You have to substantiate with materials.
My lord, even if my lord, prior voter list of
If you
71.
want to argue, okay, give us, argue. We'll hear you. We'll pass our order. Yep. If you want to argue the
My
matter,
lord,
please.
we will
come
argue
forward.
on the other day.
Other day, okay.
Item 3.
May it please, my lord.
Yes, item 3.
My lord, my father's name is Paulan Ali, my lord.
Page
and
number.
My lord, my name has not been listed along with my father in the voters list.
Now, where is the name of your father? Let us,
My lord, in the voter list of 1990, annexure 3, my lord.
1990.
Annexure 3, my lord. Page 19, my lord.
Page 19. So who is the father?
Paulan Ali, my lord, 805 serial.
No, that's okay. How do you know Paulan Ali is a citizen?
My lord, I'm coming to that, my lord.
Please come straight away.
My lord, because he is son of Aklas Ali, whose name is there in the
Mr. Please hurry up. We can't waste time like
my
this.
lord, annexure 1.
Whatever you,
Annexure 1.
please point out who is the father and that he is a citizen.
My lord, annexure 1, my lord, page 15.
Page 15.
There was a process of shifting also, my lord. Eklas Ali, son of Kalimuddin,
Aklas Ali Sheikh.
Eklas Ali Sheikh, son of Kalim.
He is of village
Bos, South Salmara.
Bos Khata.
Basukata,
No,
South Salmara.
sorry, village is Bos Khata,
Basukata.
but you have written it as Bos Khata. And page 19, village, same village or different?
Same village, my lord. Hereafter, my lord, they have shifted. Post 70, my lord, there is no specific awareness regarding when shifting was done. They have stated that post 70, they have shifted, and his son's name appears in the voter list of 1990, my
Mr.
lord.
Counsel, if you don't make us understand, you want to go on and on the way you feel like,
My lord,
you'll not achieve anything. We'll allow you 10-15 minutes to go and say whatever you want. And ultimately we'll pass our order. Until and unless we understand the
Lordship.
matter.
Lordship.
So please cooperate. I think you are a little new to these proceedings because I have not noticed you earlier. We'll take up after some time. Watch how the proceedings are going on, then make your submission.
Then what
Because
can be,
these are not matters of arguments. These are matters of simply showing the factual situation.
then can it be taken just after vacation, my lord?
Anytime you
Just
want,
after vacation.
adjourn on the prayer.
Lordship,
And we want only two simple things.
Lordship.
Arguments will come later on once the facts are clear. Who is the father? Number one. And secondly, that the father himself is a citizen. His name must appear in some material prior to 1971 or 1966. This is one. Two, any material which shows that this proceedee is the son or daughter of that. First, you have to show these two facts. Later on, the arguments will come.
Just after vacation.
Lordship, 66 and 90, and then 66
different
and
village.
70, and then 90, 20 years in between, no voters list. In the meanwhile, they can collect that and show.
Petitioners in the meantime to produce the complete voters list of which village?
Now, that he will have no lordship.
My lord,
After 90, I see everything is
that
in
is the
order.
lacuna, my lord. That is the lacuna, my lord.
No, that cannot be a lacuna if their names
That
are
is not a
figured in the
lacuna.
list.
That is something that you could not prove your matter.
And 66, 70 can be picked up, lordship. but after
To produce the complete voters list of the village where the name of the petitioner appears in the voters list from 1966 to 1990.
Oblige.
After 90, I see there's uniformity, but before that, there's no uniformity.
That always happens.
That is,
Item 4.
Item 4. Yes, who is the father of Rehatabi?
Lordship, this is an ex parte order.
Ex parte order.
Yes, Lordship. And the father's name appears in the.
Where is the order? No, ex parte will not look into the merit. Where is the order of the tribunal?
29 years.
Sorry,
29.
29. Need to pay cost of 5,000, go back.
2000, Lordship, they are very poor. Your
Sorry, we don't believe in bargaining.
Okay.
If you want to accept the offer, you accept it. If you don't want, you argue a matter.
Okay.
This is without any argument. Or we know it is a right order. Still, we are going out of the way, give you one opportunity.
Oblige.
But for the previous conduct, a cost of 5,000. Pay to the Advocates Association.
The humble prayer for item number 1, your lordship. The additional affidavit could not be found in the.
Could not be found.
Okay,
Want to list along with the additional affidavit filed by the petitioner.
yes, lordship. For item number 1.
Item 5.
no, lordship remanded back with cost.
5,000. 5,000 advocates available in fact.
Item 5.
Who appears? None appears for the petitioner when the matter is called. On 18/9/2020 also, when the matter was called, none appeared. Dismissed for non-prosecution. Liberty granted to the petitioner to restore the petition if so advised.
Item 6.
Restoration, at least we'll get one learned counsel before us.
Yes, lordship.
That is also fine. No, in this case, not
The
petitioner
interim order
brother.
vacated. The dismissal of the order be informed to the superintendent of police border of Zikon district.
Copy of this order.
Sorry,
Copy of this
copy of the
order.
order to MSA. Word, no? Yes, Mr. Das.
Yeah, in this case, the petitioner's brother was examined as DW2. His name was enrolled in the voter list of 1966 and 1970. So the
Brothers
exhibit
list. Where is the name of the brother?
Exhibit page 16, below.
Exhibit
Exhibit A, page 16.
page 16. What's his name? What is his?
Ravindra Saha,
Ramendra Saha is the brother.
brother. No, he was examined as DW2. And there is no such contradiction to the effect that he is not the brother. He is not the brother.
Yes, Madam Verma.
Lordship,
It's the first time we are getting the brother straight away saying so and so is my sister.
yes, but the parents would have to be before this court, Lordship.
Parents may not be there. 66 is Ramendra Saha.
66 is. the
Ramendra
brother,
Saha is
so-
25 years.
So.
And,
rest of the parents ought to have been their Lordship.
May not be there.
A brother-
Why it may not be there?
Yes,
This is a
Lordship.
possibility this family may have come just prior to 1966. The Ramendra Saha is given the refugee certificate and ultimately becomes a citizen. His father's name is Dinesh Chandra. So, Dinesh Chandra may not be there also. You'll find it in Moiman or Sylhet. Dinesh Chandra's name.
Of the parents' Lordship, something, some land document, some Jamabandi, something to show their existence in India prior to 71 Lordship.
Parents.
Yes, Lordship.
Parents,
The only mere citing of voters list of the brother, the
Mr.
name of the
Dasgupta,
father.
how did the name of Ramendra Saha enter in the voters list?
Because petitioner's parent died in a childhood, and he was brought up by his maternal uncle.
Ramendra's parents died during childhood.
And he was
Now,
brought up
who-
by his maternal uncle.
So Jyotsna Rani is the elder sister or younger sister of Ramendra?
Younger sister.
Younger. Then if the parents died, how did Jyotsna was born?
No.
If
he-
parents died, parents of Ramendra died when he was very young, then how was Jyotsna born? By how many years she is younger?
She
Two or
was
three
born
years.
in 52. The synopsis says the petitioner was born in 52. Her parents expired in 65. So there ought to have been a voters list of the parents. Otherwise, this voters list would not have come, Lordship. The brother with the father.
61 voters list, Dinesh Chandra may be there.
66 voter list.
61. 61 there is a voters list.
That's
Because
the
66 they don't survive.
66 voter list, my brother's name figured. Say, and 70 voter list, my brother's name figured. And brother came before
Mr.
the court.
Dasgupta, most difficult situation in these proceedings is claiming a person to be a brother also has to be proved. A mere claim, X is my brother is not good enough. Anybody can claim anybody to be the brother or sister or father or mother. So how it happens is, suppose a mother comes and gives evidence. X is my daughter or son. Then it is very difficult to believe a mother that a child is not that of that mother. But when somebody comes as brother or uncle or this one, the difficulty comes. You remember your school days? Do you remember? When the headmaster will say, call your parents or somebody, normally what is done, get hold of somebody from the street and present him, this is my uncle or mama or brother or whatever relation you say. Same is with these proceedings. Anybody can be brought in and say that he is my brother or he is my uncle.
Lordship, another aspect is in the
Well,
synopsis, it
actually,
said
it
that
appears that his father purchased a plot of land in his evidence yesterday. But that
No,
sale deed has
no,
not been
this
executed.
Ramendra Saha, no difficulty
Huh?
with him. He is a citizen.
Oh.
But whether this Josna is the sister of Ramendra.
Below, Ramendra Saha's father's name is Dinesh Chandra Saha.
Ah,
And my father's name is also Dinesh Chandra Saha.
How do you know?
Ramendra's father's
No,
name.
you said my father's name is
I
also
mean, that
Dinesh.
is
How
the
do you know?
Proceedings father's name.
How do you know? Which document will show name of the father of the proceeding is Dinesh Chandra?
It's difficult, you know. So actually, Gaubula certificate and village headman certificate is there, but they were not examined. I have endorsed those two certificates.
Lordship may,
Ramendra
Lordship, I would like to point out something more, Lordship.
Ramendra गांव ऐसे बागपुर उखन गोवर्धन गोवर्धन देवी में उसके दिया है Yes, madam.
Lordship, she stated to have been born in 1952. Her name appears in the 1985 voters list.
Along with Lebu
Proceedings.
Saha.
Yes, along maybe her husband. Her age is
Village is Govardhana.
That is different. Age is 35. She ought to have been 67 at that point of time. And the affidavit is shown, she is 64. The petitioner before this court, Lordship, she states she was born in the year 1952.
Okay.
But the voters list of 1985 shows her age as 35, whereas it ought to have been 67.
85 ought to have been 67.
67, Lordship.
How?
Uh,
If born in 52,
52.
in 85 it will be 33 years.
Yes.
My calculation is wrong. Lordship.
I cannot be 60.
33.
33,
Hi.
it should be 33.
Yes.
32, 33, 33.
Yes, yes. I don't know. Make it by 12, 7, 5, 6,
But Mr. Datta, it's in all possibility, what you are saying may be right. But how do you establish that Ramendra is the brother?
In the NRC,
NRC is not admissible in evidence. That is another difficulty. And when did Dinesh Chandra die? Before 66?
Before 1965. Prior to 1965. Dinesh Chandra died and his wife also died. Thereafter, they were brought to their maternal uncle, who was a resident of the same village, Mondia.
Who is the maternal uncle? Who is the maternal uncle?
Jyotinbhai Saha. Jyotindra Saha.
Jyotindra Saha.
His name also figured at page 16.
Page 17, Jyotindra Saha is there.
Yes, yes. This is the maternal uncle.
Acha, Ramendra and Josna both stayed with Jyotindra
Jyotindra.
after death of the
After
parent.
that.
What to do, Madam Verma? How do you totally reject this, what is being
Lordship,
said?
Jyotindra Saha was, if Jyotindra Saha's name figures in 66, but the maternal, paternal people staying together, Lordship, in one same house.
See, both parents died, and that is quite natural in our society, that either the father's family, it means father's brother or sister or somebody, or their mother's brother or somebody, takes care of the two orphans. So Jyotindra Saha is claimed to be the maternal uncle.
Yes.
So after the death of both the parents, what will the two child do? Somebody has to take care. If Jyotindra has taken care, definitely name of Ramendra will appear in the same voters list as Jyotindra. Because Jyotindra
I
has
understand that, Lordship.
taken over the guardianship of Ramendra.
Lordship will fix it up after the vacation, Lordship. Let us also go through it once more to see what more.
Do you have
can
any
find.
other material? Anything beyond this?
The
Something
parents' existence
something
is
to
more
corroborate
important,
this.
Lordship.
How should I consult my client?
And later on,
Jyotindra's name also figured, Jyotindra's brother's name also, Hemlata Saha is now also figured. the same voter list.
We are more, we want the parents' existence, lordship.
But parents died before 1960.
Madam Verma, Mr. Dasgupta is repeatedly saying parents
Some-
died and you want the
Some land
existence of the
document,
parents.
lordship, because
How can he bring back a dead to dead person
some
to show the
land
existence?
document, lordship. Some land document, because if she is born in 52, that means their existence is here prior to that.
Doesn't matter. Ramendra existed in 1966. Okay. So there is no doubt about Ramendra. He says that the parents died very early. So ultimately they were taken care of by Jotindra,
Mhm.
both their brother and a sister. Brother, no doubt, he is a citizen because he existed in 66. Only question is whether this proceeding is actually the sister of Ramendra. This is only what we are going to examine.
Yes, lordship.
So do you have anything to corroborate?
No, actually,
Oh, পারে। আমাদের ঘৰত লৈ গৈছে নেকি গিলে? আৰু হ'ব পাৰে। Possible that when they will say, information may have been duties within all university. আমার হয় কিন্তু
Another factor, lordship, the inquiry, when she was asked, when the inquiry report, father's name not furnished. Lordship will come to page 41.
Hmm.
When the police asked the name of the person, she says Joshna Rani, wife of so-and-so, father's name not furnished. So this
So?
creates doubt whether the father,
No,
projected
this
father's.
world cannot be based on doubts.
Lordship, a girl will never,
But
can I forget my father's name, lordship, or my mother's name?
how do you know the police did not write it?
It's written
There
there,
are
lordship,
many
not-
factors are there. It's all, everything is not so clear and over the board. But otherwise, Mr. Dasgupta, do you have any further material to corroborate this evidence? Evidence of DW that Ramendra, do you have any further material to corroborate his evidence?
Milord, your lordship will come to page 20.
What is that?
That is a certificate issued by the Gabura.
Gaura is of almost no use.
Wherein it is stated that the Ramendra is the sister of the petitioner.
How does the Gaura know?
No, because he was of the same village, Milord.
Mr. Dasgupta?
Mondia village.
Read
That is one of
read-
my certificates.
read section 50 of the Evidence Act. Evidence Act from you. Evidence Act.
Evidence Act.
Gavura will have to satisfy section 50. Only then you can take.
Yes, yes.
Because
Document,
Gavura, he cannot be a person who knows everything in this world.
That is correct. Section 64,
50, 50, 50, 50,
50.
50 of the Evidence Act.
When a court has to form an opinion as to the relationship of one person to another, the opinion expressed by conduct as to the existence of such relationship, any person who as a member of the family,
Firstly, as a member of the family.
the brother is a member of the
Mom, brother is a member of the family,
Member.
and then
the member of the family or otherwise.
or otherwise. So
has
any other
special
person.
means of knowledge
So the
on the
now,
subject. The brother
so
has the
now,
subject.
why are you going on brother? If you go on brother, then we'll ask you to prove he is the brother. Only once he is proved that he is the brother, then question 50 comes. To support that, we are going on the evidence of the Gambura. Gambura must have special means of knowledge. Where is that evidence? only by virtue of being a Gangura, he is not that he knows everything. He explored this possibility. Or bring any further evidence to corroborate the evidence of this one.
Some other evidence may require, in view of the provision contained in section 50. Some additional evidence may require.
Something will be required. A little bit of
Uh,
that gap is there.
Yes, yes. Some other brothers, sisters are there.
Anybody. But brother and sister difficulty is first is to establish their brother and sister. Only then the question comes. Guru Bhai.
Romano cell deed is there.
Lordship, there's another aspect. This reference has been done on the report of the ERO. The ERO copy is
Do
at
one thing.
97, Lordship, but she has a voters list of 85. If she had produced this at that point of time, she would not have been referred, Lordship. The ERO report says that no documents were submitted and that this is a 97, but she has a voters list in her own name in 1985. I think there is some discrepancy somewhere, Lordship. Because if she already had her document,
It's not a question of discrepancy. See,
when there's
the
extensive.
ERO may accost this person anywhere. The
That is
person,
for the
see, Madam Verma,
revision of electoral roll, Lordship.
see, suppose Mr. Dasgupta today goes to your house and puts you this question. Are you ready with all the documents? Then and there.
But she had lot
No.
of time, Lordship.
You have to think a little, in a
97.
more broader manner. You just can't take a so periscopic view of the entire thing. Okay, the petitioner may produce any relevant material which may corroborate the evidence of
GW2.
DW2 Romendra Saha, comma, whose name appears at serial 271 of the voters list of 1966 of village Mandiagaon.
Item 7,
Marriage certificate, certificate delay ne? This time. Into order আছে এটা। There is an order of 18/1/23 directing the petitioner to produce the marriage certificate or school certificate, Lordship.
Marriage certificate, marriage was performed socially, madam. No, she did not read any school, madam. But I want to show, my lord, one linkage, Lordship, is available in the petition, madam. My lord, in 1993 voter list, mother and one brother, at page 90, Lordship will find.
19,
My lord,
90.
no, my lord, 90. 90, my lord, serial number 445 under village Bhular Khas.
Sorry.
Kaisani Bawa and Shohid Ali.
Voters list
445.
of 1993
Yes, my
of
lord. No,
village Bholar Khas.
Bhular Khas.
Okay.
89 is translated and
Ah.
90 is the
Serial number
serial number 445.
445
Is mother, Kaisani Bibi, wife of Fiji.
445
And 446, Shohid Ali Sheikh, brother.
Kaisana Bewa is the mother.
Kaisani Bibi, my lord, mother.
Kaisana Bewa.
My lord, yes, my lord, Kaisani Bawa.
Ah,
And Shohid Ali Sheikh is the brother.
brother and mother.
Yes, my lord.
And
This brother was examined, my lord. And Kaisani Bawa is in 70 voter list, voter along with father.
same problem with Mr. Dasgupta. How do you know that he is the brother?
My lord, mother, he is voter with mother. And mother is voter in 1970, 66 also.
along with father, my lord,
No. Shahid Ali, no difficulty with him.
my lord.
But that evidence, don't you think it has to be corroborated by some further evidence? Otherwise, it is only one statement of one person.
My lord, brother is with father, mother, my lord.
Mr. Sikdar,
Mother to basi nahi sir.
when you claim X is the brother, no one knows whether he's actually the brother or he's not the brother.
My lord,
That has to come in.
this brutalist shows that she is the son of his father Khiziruddin and mother Kaisani Bibi, my lord. Voter in the same house, serial number
Mother and
same. My lord.
father do not figure together in the same
Yes,
voters list.
yes, together. Mother, my lord, it's 70 brutalist with my father, my lord.
Page number.
My lord, at page 47, vernacular at page 48.
Kaisani is mother.
Kaisani Bibi is mother and father Khiziruddin in the same house, my lord. In 70 voter list. In 70 also, voter list separate, but under same house number. 66 voter list given separately, mother and father, but under same house number.
Yes, what do you say?
Not if after mutation, Lordship.
These are very difficult. See, one man comes over and makes a claim, X is my brother or sister.
Exactly.
This is statement of only one person. That what you are submitting, Mr. Sikdar, Shahid Ali Sheikh is a citizen. That is no difficulty with Shahid Ali Sheikh. Difficulty is what I asked Mr. Dasgupta also. It's a statement of only one person. That X is my sister. I think that has to be corroborated by something a little more.
My lord, since the brother has linkage with parents, my lord. That
Mr.
should be, my lord,
Sikdar, I know
considered.
you have understood our question, but you are trying to avoid it.
No, my lord,
How do you know he is the brother? This is the only question put to Mr. Dasgupta also.
in that case is
Just
little-
because X comes and makes a claim, Y is my brother or Y is my sister, will it make Y the sister? Or that evidence has to be corroborated by some further evidence? This is the question. Otherwise, the system will be very easy. Suppose today one man comes from Bangladesh. He is proceeded. He goes and finds out, convince another person who can prove his citizenship that please come and give evidence that I'm your brother. End of the matter. You don't have to do anything beyond that. All that you have to do is to convince one person by whatever means you convince. In this situation, we're asking you, is that statement of the person who calls himself brother not required to be corroborated with some further evidence? Or we just take the statement of one person?
My lord,
If the law is take the statement of one person, no difficulty. Bring one person from Bangladesh today,
my lord,
put him up before the tribunal.
one elderly person was examined.
Which is that? Which page?
My lord,
number?
at page 79, ma'am.
79.
Nazir Ali, his aged, at that time he was aged about 70 years.
Nazir Ali. Who is
Nazir
Nazir Ali?
My lord, he is his husband. His husband, my lord.
Husband of the petitioner.
Husband of the petitioner. He is also elderly person, my lord. 70 years. So this
Lordship,
evidence, my lord,
one thing can be done. 66, 70, the parents' name figured separately and again together. But the son, the brother whom she is projecting, his name appears only in 1993. And he's 30 years old. That means there has to be a preceding voters list with the parents and the son, Lordship. Page 89, which my
Yes.
friend is referring to, is of 1993.
that can be, my
The-
lord, can be collected, my lord, I think.
Let him collect it and place it before.
Shahid
the
Ali
court.
Sheikh, son of Khizir, whose name appears at serial 445, 446
6.
of the voters list of village Bholar Khas of the year 1993 has deposed before the tribunal as DW2 that the petitioner, Aino Bibi, is his sister. A question would arise as to whether the statement of DW2 Saeed Ali Sheikh that Aino Bibi is the sister would be sufficient material to conclude that Aino Bibi is actually the sister of the said person, or some further evidence should be required to corroborate the said stand taken. List on so and so for deciding the issue.
One more thing I want to point out, page 68, Lordship. DW2 is Iman Ali Sheikh, and this voters list is of Shahid Ali Sheikh. The person
number
who did
60.
page 68, annexure 19,
60
Lordship.
68.
He's another brother.
But you have been referring DW2 all.
Yes, DW3, my lord. Shahid Ali. Shahid Ali, my lord,
Is that page?
lordship has recorded
So
DW3.
Lordship, another thing which
No,
will help my friend.
DW3 is Iman Ali, not Saeed Ali.
Yes, DW, my lord, I am referring, my lord, DW3, my lord.
So
Shahid
Lordship,
Ali.
if there is another brother, that means both the brothers and the parents' name will figure together.
Where is the name of Iman Ali
My lord, that
in
total
that
list,
page
that-
90?
Iman Ali and Shahid Ali
Huh?
should figure with the father, Lordship,
That's
because
right,
he's
eh.
46.
Where is the name of Iman Ali?
My lord,
Yes.
Iman Ali,
Page 90.
No, it is not.
Petitioner refers to the evidence of DW2 Iman Ali Sheikh to claim that he is another brother of Shahid Ali Sheikh. Petitioner may point out any voters list which contains the name of Shahid Ali Sheikh and Iman Ali Sheikh together.
my lord,
Okay,
they may not be
List-
together, my lord,
list
because
also.
rather Iman Ali, he remaining separately, man, in other place. Man. But I can produce any other voter list of Shahid Ali. That we can
If
produce.
two brothers have deposed, let the names come together.
Yes, send the
Lordship.
No,
question.
they may
we
be
answer.
reside separately, my lord. They are residing separately, my lord.
Yes, item number.
Item 8,
We'll hear you.
My lord,
Yes, framed one question, we'll hear you on that.
my lord.
Yes,
My lord, may I pay for some interim protection, my lord?
There is no interim.
No
Until
interim.
no coercive action be taken here, the petition. What, that's a new matter over.
Yes,
How about
Lordship,
this?
23 matter.
22.
Notice was not issued.
My lord, I think not, it should be.
Hmm? But it was a hearing matter.
Lordship had directed for the more documents to be produced, Lordship. After
Yes.
that matter was not
Okay.
listed.
Then
Notice was
it
not
will
issued.
remain no coercive next day.
My lord.
Item 8,
Lordship may call for the record also in that case, in my case. I
Let
can say.
the voters list come, Lordship.
First, let us see whether we will admit it or not.
My lord,
So Lordship has issued notice in this one?
No.
No, only interim.
Only interim, no coercive, we'll hear that issue.
My lord, as per the order dated
Hey,
5/6/2023, we have
Ask
filed.
the matter to A2, academic devoted. Because the same issue is involved, no?
Buddha 7.
Yes.
As per order dated 5/6/2000, we have filed one additional affidavit, my lord. Sir. Addition affidavit was being filed, my lordship.
Yes, please, argue.
There in annexure 10, there is a father death certificate is there. Then the connection with the wife is there, the husband and wife. And in the disposition record, the wife statement, my mother statement is there. Father name connection is at page 10, my lordship, on
Page 10.
10. Father looking. Urmila Das, his father name is there in the school certificate, my lordship. Then father name in 1971 voter list kindly come to annexure 3.
What's your name, Mr. Counsel?
Sorry, my lordship, TK.
Mr. Day, are you aware of the law? Law involved in these proceedings, are you aware of the law?
Yes, yes.
Please go through the law and then make your submission. Otherwise, you're not heading anywhere. The law has been settled in almost all the aspects. You go through the law and then make your submission.
Actually, I'm showing the linkage, the father with the daughter, my lordship.
We are not asking you to show any linkage.
Okay, my lordship.
Sorry.
Start with the voters list of 66 or 70.
71
Yes.
photo list is there, my lordship.
Which page?
Which page, my lordship? Page, Annex 3, page 14. And the type is at page 13, my lordship.
This is in Tripura.
Tripura, my lordship.
Nilomani Karbari Para.
That is,
Oh,
that is
that's a
Tikana,
Tikana.
my lord, address.
Now Suklal Das is the
Father,
father. Very well. Of Tripura.
Tripura.
So now who is the petitioner?
Petitioner is his daughter, my lordship.
Daughter.
That is why I shown the admit card where it is, sorry, my lordship.
No, you go on. But what we are trying to point out is,
Hmm.
way you are proceeding, you will not succeed. So what we want is, firstly, who is the father?
Father is Shukulal
You
Das.
will respond too fast. That's a difficulty, Mr. Day. You listen to what you are required to say. Who is the father, and that the father himself is a citizen. This is first you have to show. Then you have to show that you are the either son or daughter of that person. Okay, now you are relying on a school certificate. What is the law of school certificate? What is the evidentiary value of a school certificate? Are you aware of that law? Firstly. Secondly, school certificate is in respect of some place other than the voters list of the father. So how do you know that apart from the similarity of the name, that they are the one and the same person? This is what we asked you on the last date also. I think Mr. Islam appeared on the last day. Today you were appearing. See, these are basically two factual aspects you'll have to prove. Only then the question of other arguments and this and that. And this is not an NRC proceeding that you have to show a linkage document. NRC was a totally different process. NRC authorities had enough material with them in their system. So you have to show only a linkage linking you with one of those materials already existing. These are proceedings where there is no material at all. You have to establish everything. What the difference? NRC will be having a vast reservoir of data with them. So what they NRC do, moment you produce a linkage document, they cross-verify with their existing data. If it matches, you are in. If it doesn't match, you are out. But here is a case, neither the tribunal nor this court has any material before it. You have to establish everything on your own.
How is moving from Tripura?
So one, you have established that this 66 man of Tripura is the father. Now we show that that man of Tripura only is the father. Not a man having similar name of some other place is the father. Bring whatever material you have. Adjournment. Or we can confer with Madam Ghosh. She's done a number of matters of this. Just ask her what you are required to produce. And produce the material.
Hello.
I don't know, Mr. PKD. Madam Ghosh, just briefly indicate to the council, what is the precise material that is required?
Yes, Lordship.
Otherwise,
Even the petition is not in order, Lordship.
sorry,
Even the petition is not in order. The annexures are, he's not been able to place them in a proper manner. I think she can help him, Lordship.
okay. Because these proceedings are little different from any other regular writ proceedings. And there is nothing called presumption. You may say so-and-so is my father, but there is no presumption that he is the father. That again has to be established.
Item 9,
Adjourn holiday, I think. I don't know what's wrong.
Mr. S. Islam? Is it not your matter?
item 9,
My item is 17.
Not 9. 9 to go by S. Islam.
Something different.
Different S. Islam.
A kosher.
None appears for the petition of when the matter is formed.
After vacation, Lordship.
Definitely, all after vacation.
Yes.
Item 10,
Lordship, our presence may be.
MS A. Verma from the Home Department is present.
May I please your Lordship? Father is Abdul Jabbar. Page 42, Lordship. Page 41. 42.
Okay.
Golapara, village Golapara. Jabbar, no? Abdul Jabbar.
Yes.
Then Lordship. Jamabandi is at page 54.
Page 54.
Yes, Lordship.
Shahjahan.
Then Malika Begum. Lal
Malika, then Lal Bhanu. Who is the petitioner?
Lal
Bhanu.
Bhanu.
Pita.
And Pita R. Jabbar. And village is same,
Yes.
Golapara. Notice, Lordship, it's come for the first time. Lordship, protection.
What kind of protection?
That goes without saying. Different.
See, when we issue notice, invariably the
Yes.
interim order is also accompanying it. Very rarely we are issuing notice without an interim order. If we have doubt, we are not issuing notice. We are requiring you to produce materials.
Deeply obliged, Lordship.
Petitioner claims that Abdul Jabbar of the 1966 voters list of village Golapara, that page 42 is the father of the petitioner. Reliance is placed on a Jamabandi of a plot of land at village Golapara, which contains the information that the name of Lal Bhanu had been mutated in place of R. Jabbar. In view of the above.
item 11,
May I
Yes,
please, your
ma'am.
Lordship? Voter list of 1966, Lordship, grandfather name appeared.
Page number,
Oh, grandmother,
page
sorry.
number.
Lordship. Page number 23.
Who's the grandmother?
Haliman Nisa.
Aliman is the grandmother
Yes, Lordship.
and what she is the wife of Josim.
Joseph. Yes, Lordship. So
So
one guy is his
Uh,
paternal uncle, Lordship.
Paternal uncle. Okay. Now who is the father?
So voter list of 1970, Lordship, page number 25. His father's name appeared along with his grandmother, Lordship. Page number 25. Malekuddin.
Malekuddin is the father.
Yes, Lordship.
And who is the petitioner?
Petitioner
Zahir-
Zahirul Islam
Zahirul.
voter list of 1997, Lordship.
Page number.
Page number 31. Petitioner's name appeared. 31. Zahirul Islam. Along with his parents. Village Lordship Borbaradi, as they have shifted from after 1996 from Balapara to Borbaradi. Mother reduced evidence Lordship as DW2, page number 59.
Who is the mother?
Mother is Jahirun Nessa. She is cross-examined, Lordship. She was cross-examined, Lordship.
Sorry. Who is cross-examined?
Mother, Jahirun Nessa.
Mother is
Jahirun Nessa.
Zeherul
Adduce
Desai.
evidence.
Zeherul Desai is the mother.
Yes, Lordship.
Hmm. Mother is Zohra Begum. Father is Malek Mia or that Malekuddin,
Malekuddin.
son of Josan.
85, Lordship, 1985, page number
No,
27.
you're referring so much. Why don't you go to page 25?
Yes.
Soban Mia, Haliman, Jamila Khatun, then Malekuddin. Malekuddin is the father.
Yes, Lord.
Then you come to page 29. Malek Mia, son of Josan Ali.
29.
Village remains the same, Balapara.
Yes, Salabra.
And Zohra Begum.
Zohra.
Zohra Begum must be the mother. Only thing, Jasim and Josan.
Description.
Then you come to page 35, Jawabandi village Balapara, Malek Mia, son of Josan,
Yes. Description.
and in thereafter also the name of Jahirul, serial 17.
17, yes, Lordship.
I think this is good enough for your case. No? Now, who is the petitioner? Proceeding.
Jahirul Islam
Of which village?
of Balapara.
Of Balapara. Where is the notice of that?
Borbaradi, Borbaradi.
Borpara. So
Borbaradi.
how do you know that Johirul of Balapara and Johirul of Borpara are the same person? Because Johirul of Balapara, we are convinced with him.
His mother adduced evidence, Lordship.
There is nothing called his mother. We leave that question open. That Johirul of that proceeded Johirul of that other village and procedural Johirul of Balapara. Because Balapara Johirul, if you come to page 36 and 35, the name is mutated in place of Malek Mia of Balapara. And Malekuddin of Balapara, his name appears in 66 and 70.
It's just come today, Lordship, at this stage, notice me going on reopening, we will.
Without interim.
Lordship, interim, Lordship will.
Normally, I'm issuing interim or I'm not issuing notice at all.
Yes.
If you want to do something, I'm not issuing notice. We'll first hear what you have to say.
Once more, Lordship. Notice may go and then.
Petitioner relies upon the voters list of
66 and 70.
1966 and 70 of village Balapara, where the voters list of 70 contains the name of Sohan Mia, son of Jasim, who is claimed to be the paternal uncle, Haliman Nessa, wife of Jasim, who is claimed to be the grandmother, and Malekuddin, son of Jasim, who is claimed to be the father. The name of Malik Mia, son of Josan Ali, and Johura Begum, wife of Malik Mia, appears in the voters list of 1989 of village Balapara. The Jamabandi in respect of a plot of land at village Balapara contains the information that mutation orders had been passed in favor of Jahirul Islam, son of Malik Mia, in place of Malik Mia. It is claimed that Malik Mia of the 1989 and Jamabandi and Malikuddin of the 1970 voters list are one and the same person. From such point of view, a petitioner claims that the writ petitioner Jahirul Islam of village Namtu Sailawaha and Jahirul Islam of village Balapara as per the Jamabandi are one and the same person. The same question remains open for further deliberation, whether they are one and the same person. However, on a private case,
Interim protection.
that Malik Mia and Malikuddin same and that these two Jahirul are same, you have to prove it. Yes, next item.
Lordship, interim protection.
Lordship is issued notice. Notice has been issued.
The notice interim both.
Highly obliged.
Item 12.
Some naam to likhi rabo, ha? Extra full, yes. Item 12.
Yes. It's an ex parte order, Lordship. And it was, although in the reference, his permanent address was given for his livelihood purpose, he, when in the year 2011, when the reference was.
No,
made,
we are passing our common order. Not doing it when it's specific. And I don't think he's a poor person.
He's a poor person.
Give me the name of one rich person.
His proceedings
No,
are
no.
basically for the.
Not on proceeding. Give me the name of one rich person. Any name in this world. One rich person, give the name.
With regard to this cases.
No, not regard to this. Give me the name of one rich person in this world. At least one. We have those magazines, Forbes and all this
Yes,
kind of
Lordship.
fortunes and different kind of. They give a long list.
Yes, and
You can tell somebody from that list also.
Ambani is there,
Name of one rich person.
Ambani is there, Ambani.
Ask him whether he is rich or not.
I leave up to Lordship. Deeply.
5,000. Here, got it.
No, Lordship,
No, here there's a request from the bar, so we are putting it there.
because DLS,
So
because the
unless-
person,
Unless there is a specific reason,
reason is that the person.
but everybody will have the same reason, then ultimately
DLSA
your bar will be affected. No, we don't mind. We can put it anywhere.
DLSA also, then poor litigants will be benefited,
But they
Lordship.
have lot of funds. The other day we were told, Lordship.
Lordship, there are where in victim compensation, they have not paid many of, in my personal cases, which I am dealing with victim compensation, they could not pay up to 2021.
Okay, we'll take our, can you hear Mr. MK Chudhary? President of the bar.
So if it's DLSA for him, it will be.
No, no,
convenient.
you settle this debate between you.
Particularly, I'm not in urging other cases because he is from Dhubri. So we
No,
will
no,
send-
everybody is from a different district. No one is from Guwahati except
Lordship, earlier
few
it was
handful of
all
places.
sent to the High Court, thing for legal services. Prior
Yeah,
to
send
this,
the MK Chudhary, so
Phone calls.
No, we have no difficulty where the payment goes. But only thing there is a request. That
my friends are saying that if it is from the legal services, I think she's appointed as a legal aid count.
No, this is
counsel,
not legal.
Not legal aid.
But I'm providing pro bono service, but
Right, that's
not
those
legal.
some other
Yes.
matters, that's okay. but
Yes, Lordship.
This one is not pro bono.
This is pro bono because I did not
Lordship can
charge my client,
Lordship can maintain a
but not from
uniformity
legal service.
and like earlier Lordship has said that this.
Let's see if
Mr.
Mr. Chaudhary, we ask him. If he agrees, we'll give it a district.
Everything.
I leave it to Lordship.
No,
Maybe
let
we
us settle
will
it because
pay.
this will be, issue will come repeatedly, it will keep on coming. Yes,
The
next
others
item,
don't
just
have
leave
any
it.
problem, Madam Ghosh, because of.
Not in
her-
all the cases, Lordship, not in all the cases I answered upon. Not in all the cases.
Madam
I-
Ghosh, your internal matters, we are unaware.
Yes, Lordship, I leave it.
Item 13.
Asim,
No, in view of the last 2/6/2023 order.
no, no.
It will give up, and with the parallel or you can just read it.
Lordship, we are filing the affidavit today itself. I am appearing for the response number 18.
What matter is this?
The custodial debt.
Custodial debt.
I am
Why have
appearing,
you not filed for 8 years?
Lordship, this recently implemented as a party in this case.
Who?
Previously, response number 18 was not a party. in the
Respondent
original
number
case. Yes.
18. Who is respondent number
Response number
18?
18 was the medical officer of the Kalan Community Health Center. The disease was taken to that particular.
No, why is he named by, made a respondent by name?
Yes, Lordship, here in this case, the allegation is that he was taken to that particular hospital, the Kalan Community Health Center, and accordingly he referred this particular patient for this Shilchar Medical College. But at that point of time, he was dead. But as per the instruction that have been given by the doctor, he was not dead during that period of time. And certain treatment
Sorry,
was.
the issue is when
Custodial
the
death.
person was taken to this respondent number 18 doctor,
Yes,
according to them, he had already died.
Hmm.
And according to the doctor, he had not died.
yes, some treatment was given. That is the instruction.
So
Yes.
why do we need that personal audience of that doctor?
Exactly, Lordship. That is
He's
otherwise.
the doctor.
That is
He
otherwise not.
expressed a medical opinion.
And the finding of the.
So how can
judicial magistrate is also there.
you, why should we need him as a respondent by name in this proceeding?
Certain incriminating material against the.
Sorry,
Certain evidence against the Dr. Milot, it is.
which
it
evidence is
includes Milot,
against the doctor? Let us
Milot
read.
and
Let us read the evidence against the doctor.
My lord,
See, certain authorities should not be so lightly brought to the court.
Milot.
Because tomorrow what will happen is, when these people will lose confidence, they'll stop giving treatment. Moment from the distance, they say, oh, it's a serious matter, hey, take him away. Why should I get into personal, be involved in all these things? They are rendering service to the people, these doctors. Unless there is some medical negligence against the doctor, that particular doctor as a person, we don't need him as in person.
My lord, when you are implicated in this case, this article after considering all these facts, my lord.
Where is that order?
My lord, it is.
Where is the order
Lordship,
of Dr. Suman Bhomik, medical and health officer? What is the allegation
He was
against him?
implicated, my lord.
By which order? Let us see.
Lordship, if you give me the file, I can.
Hmm.
They filed an additional affidavit, Lordship. In the additional affidavit.
No, by which order he was implemented? By which order he was
Lordship, can
implemented?
I,
You don't know.
Hmm.
What do you want?
I can, Lordship, on which state implicated, my lord. Earlier these matters, they are by a single bench, my lord, and it's found a division bench as too.
The only allegation is that although the doctor in charge of postmortem took the viscera of the deceased, no postmortem report has been supplied to the petitioner.
No, subsequently, Lordship, they filed an additional affidavit. In the additional
No,
affidavit.
no,
yes.
here registry to endorse the names of Dr. Parthasarathi and Suman Bhomik
Yes,
as respondent number 18.
18,
This is no reason to implead.
exactly.
My lord.
We are inclined to recall this order.
My lord, lordship will permit me, my lord. I
If
can-
you want a postmortem, give him the postmortem.
I am
But
not the.
why should the doctor be brought to the court?
Here, my lord, the respondent 17, the Parthasarathi, my lord, doctor, he has filed affidavit, my lord. Even judicial inquiries conducted, my lord. Certain evidences against the respondent number 18, my lord. So,
We'll
my lord,
see to it.
Yes,
But the order of 13, 12, 19 does not disclose anything against him.
it is subsequently, my lord, these all materials come.
We
judicial
are
inquiry
withdrawing
also,
this
my lord.
order. You file fresh application if necessary. We will consider it on merit, not otherwise.
And, my lord,
Mr. Deca, frankly speaking, we are against just bringing these doctors and all these authorities just for
Lordship,
something.
absolutely correct, lordship, but here in this case, my lord, initially
The petitioner to disclose the relevant material that it has, which requires the respondent number 17 and 18, namely Dr. Parthasarathi Paul and Dr. Suman Bhomik, to be made a respondent by name in the present writ proceeding, meaning thereby as to what malafide allegation is against the said two persons. We have passed this order taking note of the order dated 13/12/2019 in IA Civil 3637/2019 that the two aforesaid doctors had been arraigned as respondent number 17 and 18 on a submission by the petitioner that the doctor in charge of the postmortem took the viscera of the deceased person, but no postmortem report had been supplied to the petitioner. If the grievance of the petitioner is that the postmortem report had not been supplied, the remedy thereof would be for an appropriate direction to supply the petitioner with the postmortem report, but it cannot be a reason that the doctors themselves are to be arraigned as respondents by name. You say what material of malafide you have, otherwise we don't.
my lord, respondent 7 already filed affidavit, my lord.
Very
Even
well, we will
respondent
discharge him.
7 has brought certain allegation, even respondent against 18, my lord.
No, we'll discharge him. First, you have to bring them in, then question of inquiry against them.
Already in the records, my lord. He erased that, already recorded that.
Custodial death, we take it seriously, but
lord.
that doesn't mean this seriousness is extended to everywhere.
Why we have, lordship, I appreciate your lordship. That non.
We don't
doctors
want
should
your
not, my lord.
appreciation, Mr. Deca.
Yes, my lord.
The court does not require the appreciation of Mr.
Absolutely, my
Deca.
lord. My one.
We want materials from you,
Yes,
that's all.
absolutely. Lordship, I will satisfy your lordship.
Show what malafide allegation is against these two persons.
Yes,
Otherwise, we will not proceed against
Yes, my
them.
lord, absolutely, yes. Oblige,
It
my
will
lord.
be unfair on those persons.
Yes, my lord. Lordship, after vacation, lordship.
It's a very old matter today
Yes.
itself.
After,
No, no, today, right now.
can it be after vacation? I need certain, my lord,
No. You have got an order from the court to implead some two doctors on a by name. We want to see the materials. That's a past event. That means the materials you already have with you. Produce it.
my lord.
You don't have to create materials now.
Lordship permits me, my lord. In this case, I have held one affidavit, my lord. Additional affidavit and judicial reports of also I have enclosed it, my lord, in the inquiry conducted, my lord. And then found that certain evidence against the respondent number 18, also respondent.
See, it's a case of custodial
Well,
death.
the custodial that he brought that, my lord. Initially, the respondent number 18 recorded that. Therefore, he erased it, my lord. It is their evidence, my lord. Then he certain statement recorded that he's that this person was.
So if this is a case in a judicial inquiry, where
Yes.
is it? Let us see.
My lord, in my additional affidavit.
Which page? Hmm.
In my additional affidavit, annexure A page 45 first, my lord.
Which page?
My lord, 109 first. In my additional affidavit, page 45. 109, annexure A.
109.
9, my lord.
What is this?
The first, the my lord, register number 194 in the left.
Hmm. What is register number 194?
In the top, my lord, they make 194, that medical register, my lord, 194. Yes, it is first, it is, lordship is,
From where did you get this copy?
my lord, it is obtained, my lord.
From where?
No, the official, no. official.
No. How the petitioner happened to have a copy of this?
Respondent 7 enclosed this document.
Where did he enclose? Let us see.
Yes. Respondent 17 affidavit, lordship will find. Page 71, my lord.
Now, where is that document?
Yes. Page 75. In the chart.
Because he's compelled to file this affidavit, that's why he's bringing that document.
Thereafter, my lord.
So now, how can you compel the, firstly, you will wrongly make a person as a respondent. Then you will compel that person to file an affidavit. In that affidavit, there will be a document. Then you rely on that document and then build up your case. Is it permissible in which jurisdiction?
My lord,
Mr. Decca, is it permissible in which jurisdiction? Because courts are not supposed to make any roving inquiry. And this is much more serious than a roving inquiry. Today, in your mind, you conspire that I have no material to substantiate my case. Just makes a doctor or somebody, whosoever it is, make him a respondent by name somehow. Moment a person is made by name, there is a fear in his mind. Definitely. Every person will have that. By instilling that fear in his mind, compel him to file an affidavit, knowing that something will be produced in that affidavit. Thereafter, make that affidavit to be your own document, file one more affidavit, and then build up your case. We are going to dismiss this writ petition with cost. Your original claim of custodial debt also goes in trying to be over exuberant.
lordship, I respect.
We
the
should not
certificate.
allow it.
Lordship permits.
This is a very, you can use the word a little uncivilized way of proceeding in a court proceeding. It is desperation.
I humbly submit before
You
lordship.
can submit, but you will be in the, will take note of each and every submission. Consequences, we don't know where it will be. You can submit. What is your original case? Your father died in police custody. We'll examine whether that death caused in police custody is acceptable in law or not. If it is not, you'll get the benefits of the order. Why should you be extended to the extent that get hold of some doctor somewhere in some hospital, wrongly make him a respondent by name? Moment a person is made respondent or name, there is a fear psychosis in that person. Compel him to file an affidavit before the court. There, some document is he'll produce. Now you latch on to that document and make it your document in your affidavit, and then try to build up a case. This is not permissible in writ jurisdiction. We are not, this is not investigation, mind you. This is exercising the legal right of a person. This is called writ jurisdiction. Writ jurisdiction is not for roving inquiry. It is not for any kind of investigation. So that ultimately after this writ jurisdiction investigation, whatever material comes in my favor, I rely on them and then establish my case. You are not permitted to do it.
Lordship,
Go back to the basics, Mr. Decca, before you make any submission.
I humbly submit, my lord, I respectfully submit, my lord, since my lord, the lordship may permit some time, my lord, so that I could,
No,
lordship may enter.
sir, it's not permitted. 2015 matter. We are taking up right now. 8 years have gone by for nothing.
My lord,
We are ready to entertain your original claim that the father of this person was taken to police custody, he died there. Whether it is a death caused due to any act attributed to the police. So we will definitely hear on that to any extent.
Then lordship, your lordship,
But that cannot be extended to all doctors and this and everybody.
I leave it up.
Why do you want the doctors roped in? They will come and say something before the court, and that something will help you to establish your case. We are on the basic fundamentals. This is impermissible in jurisdiction.
I leave it up to your lordship.
You don't leave.
And
You cannot leave anything to us.
my lord, if your
We'll,
lordship,
then we impose cost for having employed
why, my lord,
this respondent.
I humbly submit, my lord, that document, it is first erased, my lord, and when, well, judicially.
Then you go and file a FIR against that doctor that he had manipulated records. File a writ petition specifically against the doctor. We'll entertain it,
I,
but not in this writ
yes,
petition.
lordship. Yes, lordship. Yes,
But that also you now cannot do because you procured that document by an illegal means.
no, my lord, it is.
This is definitely an illegal means. Cost of 10,000. We discharge this 17 and 18.
My lord, I mean, in this case, my lord, the learned counsel represent in this, my lord, his postmortem report, perhaps his client has
Sorry.
received. Postmortem report, perhaps that document they have got through postmortem report, my lord.
Sorry.
Postmortem report, my lord, in that medical.
See,
report,
make you one innocuous allegation that I am not supplied with the post-mortem report. Get the doctors implemented by name for nothing. Compel the doctors to file affidavit before the court for nothing. Doctors, in trying their best to defend themselves, annexes one document. That document is now converted to a document of the petitioner by filing an additional affidavit. And based on that, you are trying to establish your case. It's a gross illegality,
say,
Mr. Dekar.
as per my information, the council engaging in this. Perhaps postmortem report during the energy they received, my lord.
See, if you want postmortem report, tell us, we'll direct the police authorities or the,
Postmortem report received, my lord.
then that's the end of these doctors.
Yes, my lord. So my humble submission, my lord.
And will not allow, and these affidavits are also derecognized, and each and every annexure to the affidavit also cannot be allowed to be relied upon. It is noticed that the respondents number 17 and 18, namely Dr. Parthasarthi Paul, ex-deputy superintendent of Kalai FRU Hospital, and respondent number 18, Dr. Suman Bhaumik, medical and health officer, Kalai FRU in charge, Kalai FRU Hospital, were implemented in IS Civil 3637/2019 by an order dated 13/12/2019. The only reasoning recorded in the said order of the two doctors to be implemented by name is that the doctor in charge of the postmortem took the viscera from the deceased person, but no postmortem report had been supplied to the petitioner, in spite of any application request being made. The said reason, in our view, does not require a personnel require the two doctors to be made respondents by name in the present proceeding, which admittedly is a proceeding against proceeding on an allegation of custodial death of the father of the petitioner. It is stated that in the meantime, the postmortem reports have also been made available to the petitioner. In view of the above, the respondents number 18 and 19 are deleted from the array of respondents. Further, whatever affidavit had been filed by them upon being arrayed as respondents are also declared to be null and void. Affidavits and annexes they are to declare to be null and void, and such documents are not to be taken into account any further in this present proceeding. Now you argue on your custodial debt. We'll hear you on that completely.
Lordship, I need some time to argue the case after vacation.
Sorry. On the issue raised in the writ petition as regards the custodial death of the writ petitioner, Mr. P. Dekal and Counsel P.K. Dekal and Counsel petitioner seeks for an adjournment to be for further examination of the matter, list on so and so for further consideration.
Okay. She's 17 and 18. That's one number 17.
Both.
18, 19, or 17.
All of them.
Item 14.
Please, Lordship. Lordship, it was on the last occasion, Honorable Court direct for SP report verification, Lordship.
A report from
And
which page, Mr. Doctor?
Qasim Ali,
Page number.
page 15, Lord. There is voter list of 1965.
Page 15, Qasim Ali.
Qasim Ali.
He is the father.
Now, again, Lordship, page 17.
Streaming or
Page 17. And who is the
Just 17.
petitioner? Hasanullah.
Hasan,
respondent numbers.
Hasanullah. In page 17, Lordship will find the father's name at top,
Qasim
Ali.
Ali.
mother, thereafter Hasanullah, Lordship. His name reflected.
Yes, ma'am. Hasanullah himself named here in 1970. It just verify whether this Hasanullah and petitioner are the same person. Heard Mr. Udotol and counsel for the petitioner also heard it. The petitioner Hasanullah had been referred to the Foreigners Tribunal number 3, Morrigaon, for rendering an opinion as to whether he is a foreigner under the Foreigners Act 1946, resulting in registration of case number ST 59, tag it as 2015. Tribunal passed an opinion dated 28/2/2019 declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner. Being aggrieved, this writ petition is instituted in the writ proceeding. Reliance is placed on the voters list of 1965 of village Kalika Jari, police station Mikir Bheta in the Nagaon district, which contains the name of Muhammad Qasim Ali, son of Abdul Karim at serial 445, and that of MUSTT Karjan Bibi, wife of Qasim Ali at serial 446, where both are residing in the same house number 70. Further reliance is placed on a voter list of 1970 of village Kalikajari, which contains the name of Qasim Ali at serial 445, that is son of Abdul Karim, and that of Asanullah, son of Qasim at serial 556, and both are residing in the same house number 70 bracket Go. It is claimed that Asanullah of the 1970 voters list of village Kalikajari is the writ petitioner himself. If the writ petitioner proceedee is Asanullah of the 1970 voters list, the same by itself proves that he is a citizen, and more so as his name appears with Qasim Ali, whose name again appears in the voters list of 1966 of the same village. Please don't interfere. Go. Adjourn to be listed again.
Another document is there, Lordship, page
Okay, we'll hear
25, that is the Jamabandi copy.
Adjourn to
Land
be-
inherited.
adjourn to be listed also. So, my thinking and flow goes away once you interfere.
Lordship, I just want to point out in
You
a
point out
voter,
on the
in the
next page you point out.
Jamabandi copy,
We'll hear. We had to sign one yesterday's order, that long order, Manipur.
So it has to go in Lordship.
So that urgency was there.
Here,
Sorry.
Mr. M.K. Chaudhary was here, he was waiting for Lordship.
He could have come inside also. He could have come inside.
Oh, we didn't know that. Anyways, he's gone to do a matter, he'll come back.
Okay. So we had to sort it out because otherwise the cause is good, because possibly they need some funds here also, then again.
He'll come, Lordship.
Item 17.
Please, your lordship. Case 12, your lordship, 66 voter list,
Page number
12, 2.
12.
The petitioner's elder brother and mother. Case 12,
17.
Sirasuddin elder brother and Zahira Banu.
Sirajuddin is the elder brother, most dangerous person, elder brother.
Zahira Banu.
First you have to prove he's the elder brother.
Lordship. In the mother is there, Zahira Banu. Zahira Banu mother, yeah.
Zahira is the,
Mother.
Banu is the mother.
Mother.
Very well.
Case 20, your lordship. Village same, Hatidujia.
Page number 20.
20, your lordship. Petitioner with mother, your lordship.
Page number 20 is
Petitioner Suruz Mia.
Suruz Mia.
Your lordship.
Petitioner is with the mother. What happened to the elder brother?
Elder brother name is not your lordship. In the certificate, it is not.
Just a minute.
Order.
Page number 12, you started with.
Lordship.
Sirajuddin, what happened to Sirajuddin?
Maybe he died, I think, yes.
Died.
Presently, it is written as died here.
Sirajuddin, the subway. Atizua.
Village of the same.
Just a minute. 97. Yes, sir. What is?
File is again missing, Lordship. Brief is missing, Lordship.
No, otherwise, from 66 continuously same village,
Yes, Lordship.
only thing 97 that Suruzila or Suruzmia or Sirajuddin, that person is, elder brother is not there.
Lordship, I remanded.
But Zahira Khatun is very much there.
Very much there.
And age is also matching, more or less. Mother.
Lordship, I remanded that.
And back.
Let them go and prove it, Lordship.
Really?
Mm.
Third, Mr. S. Islam, Land Counsel for the petitioner, also has a Verma. The petitioner Suruz Mia had been referred to the where is the judgment, Mr. Islam?
Case 53, your lordship.
53.
53, your lordship.
53.
Tribunal.
Had been referred to the Foreigners Tribunal number 1, Nogao, for rendering opinion as to whether he is a person, who is a foreigner under the Foreigners Act 1946, resulting in registration of FT case number 11322011. Tribunal rendered an opinion dated 6/4/2019 declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner, being aggrieved the state petition is instituted in the writ proceeding. Reliance is placed on the voters list of 1966 of village Hatizuzua. You fight with elephants. Hatizuzua police station, Nogao, in the Nogao district, which contains the name of Sirajuddin, son of Sabed Ali at serial 379, and Jahera Banu, wife of Sabed Ali at serial 380, where both are residing in the house number 84. It is claimed that Sirajuddin is the elder brother and Jahera Banu is the mother of the petitioner. Similar information is also available in the voters list of 1970, 1977 and 1985 of village Hatizuzua. Although the name of Sirajuddin had been spelled in different manners in some of the voters list, but at the same time, the name of Jahera Khatun or Jahera Banu remains the same, but more importantly, both are shown to be the son and wife, respectively, of Sabed. The voters list of 1997 of village Hatizuzua contains the name of Suruz Mia, son of Sabed at serial 743, and that of Jahera Khatun, wife of Sabed at serial 745, and both are residing in the same house number 220. It is claimed that Suruz Mia of the 1997 voters list of village Hatizuzua is the petitioner himself. In view of the above, matter remanded back to the tribunal to examine the voters list of the respondents in the Home Department to also verify as to whether Suruz Mia of the 1997 voters list of village Hatizuzua and the writ petitioner Suruz Mia are one and the same person, and thereupon file therefore submit a report before the tribunal. The petitioner to produce the complete voters list of the aforesaid years of Hatizuzua for examination upon doing the needful.
Item 8.
Wait, Your Lordship. Lordship, voter list of 1966, Lordship, page 24.
Sorry,
Lordship, voter list of 1966, page 24, Lordship,
page number
page number 24.
24.
Anybody going to see the voter list?
Lordship, I think there is a order to SP border
Petitioner
Kachai.
file affidavit stating total number of persons that lived in the house of Abdul Khalek
Lordship, on 13/6/23, Lordship,
during the period Iman along with their family tree.
Lordship,
File it.
Lordship.
File.
Must have filed, I have not received, it's not in our file.
Want a copy? A copy of the affidavit filed pursuant to the order dated 2/6/2023 be provided to the Land Council for the Home
Lordship,
Department.
is there an order for some inquiry also? In the last one, Lordship, on 2/6. Because here it's written SP.
SP to also make a verification regarding family members of the
We
petitioner.
will, I'm sure this must have been done, we'll have to get it, Lordship.
List of.
What was Lordship?
Copy. What is it?
None appears for the petitions. Oh, you
I'm here,
you are there?
20.
Lordship, in this case, report was called for.
Lordship will require some time, Lordship.
Already on 22/6, they took time.
Yeah, nothing is there. Gunjan will be knowing it.
He was there.
Police report.
Because, no, show cause, because.
Why we ignore it? The Home Department to why the tribunal behaved in that way? Tribunal keeps on behaving in different ways at different times.
Because father
Huh.
declared.
So father declared, they rely on that order, exhibited as Exhibit 6, tribunal ignored it. So we sent back to consider the implication of that order.
And if instructions are there, we'll have to ignore that also. Because Mr. Pine had written to the department, Lordship.
That's right.
Then let it come up.
Third MSD Ghosh and counsel for the petitioner also the give me a finding. And the tribunal also says there is a cloud in the earlier order declaring the father to be a petitioner. Where is the cloud?
Lordship will take it up after vacation.
Or we ignore everything and send it back. No, there is no cloud. There is an order
Yes, Lordship.
declaring a person to be a
Foreigner.
citizen, a reverse way. This person says that he is my father and this is his order. You adjudicate.
And father-
Either he is not the father,
Father also adduced evidence.
but how can you just throw away that exhibit, say not consider it, and just say one word, that is cloud. What kind of cloud is there?
No
It's a
reasoning.
judicial order.
No reasoning.
This is a little high-handedness. We'll make an observation that it is high-handedness and send it back. No? And we should not do it. Even we also take note of anything that is produced before us. You read it, accept it, you may reject it. That is another matter.
I will just check with Mr. Pine because some instructions are there. But today, Mr. Gunjan is not
We'll
there
take it up after some time then.
after vacation because Gunjan has some personal difficulty. He's not coming today. Or
Yes.
tomorrow, Lordship.
Yes.
Yes. It's his housewarming or something, so he's not available. He takes care of all the instructions, Lordship.
So
Reopening.
both you have material information on that.
I think she was also informed.
That's why both of you appear to be having material information on that. Anyway, I don't yesterday.
Do you want?
Can be tomorrow. Yes.
Money, what is Manikjan Nesa,
Yes, Lordship. Manikjan.
Sarvez Ali.
Sarvez Ali is the father.
father.
Yes, Lord.
Hasna Khatun is the mother.
Hasina is the stepmother.
Kamaluddin. So we wanted to see where is the name of Kamaluddin.
Yes, Kamaluddin is there, Lordship.
Today
now.
he produced a new document, the new list
Yes, new list.
containing the name of Kamaluddin.
The 97 list, his name was there in a different house and 2010 Lordship, which now I have given Lordship. Same village, Kamaluddin, but house number is different. He resides in a separate house, father and other brother, Jamaluddin in another house.
Yes.
May remand it back.
I heard him as the host and counsel for the petitioner also. The petitioner Manik Jan Desa was referred to the Foreigners Tribunal number 8 Gwalpara for rendering an opinion as to whether she is a foreigner under the Foreigners Act 1946. resulting in registration of FT 8 case number 886/2018. By the opinion dated 12/3/2021, the tribunal declared the petitioner to be a foreigner being aggrieved district petition is instituted. In the proceeding, the petitioner relies upon the voters list of village Ujire Chor police station Bagbor in the Kamrup district, which contains the name of Mother Box, son of Dhonu at serial 556 and that of Sarvesh Ali, son of Mother at serial 568. It is claimed that Mother Box is the grandfather and Sarvesh Ali is the father of the petitioner. Further reliance is placed on the voters list of 1997 of village Dubapara Luprachor, which contains the names of Kamaluddin, son of Sarvesh at serial 1194, Sarvesh Ali, son of Mother Box at serial 1371. Hasina Khatun, wife of Sarvesh at serial 1372, and that of Jamaluddin, son of Sarvesh at serial 1373. It is claimed that Jamaluddin and Kamaluddin are the two sons of Sarvesh Ali, although Kamaluddin is residing separately in house number 188, whereas Jamaluddin is residing in house number 220, along with Sarvesh Ali.
Yeah, Jamaluddin with Sarvesh.
Along with Sarvesh Ali. Kamaluddin had rendered evidence before the tribunal as DW2, stating that the petitioner Manijan Nisa is his sister and daughter of Sarvesh Ali of the 1966 voters list of village Ujire Chor. The voters list of 2005 of village Ujire Chor also contains the name of Sarvesh Ali, Hasina Khatun, and Jamaluddin. That's serial number 899, 900, and 901 respectively. As Kamaluddin could establish that he is the son of Sarvesh Ali, whereas Sarvesh Ali's name appears in the voters list of 1966. Is it right?
Yes, Lordship, page
66 of village Ujire Chor,
56.
A claim is made that the burden under Section 9 of the Foreigners Act 1946 had been discharged by the petitioner. In view of the remanded back to the tribunal to examine the voters list of 66, 70, 77, 85, and 1997, as well as 2005 of village Ujire Chor, as well as the evidence of DW2 Kamaluddin and pass a reason order thereon. The respondents in the Home Department may make their verification and submit report before the tribunal. Upon doing the needful, the complete voters list produced before the court is returned back to the Land Council for the petitioner for production of the same before the tribunal.
Item 22.
We have a copy.
You take it back, what will you do with it? 22.
Yes. Yeah, please.
Relies upon a chita of the village which contains the order of circle officer where land maintained in Magravali.
Lordship, in this case, I also had filed yesterday, and that is in the record, one additional affidavit, Lordship. And my humble prayer before Lordships is that if this matter is pleases to remand back this matter before the learned tribunal, then she will adduce the evidence of her cousin, whose name also is mutated in the same land, because their fathers were two brothers. So linkage is.
Mr. Paying raises a doubt about the authenticity of the order of the circle officer.
Some report was also called for. He
Nay,
told me in the morning.
order of 14 Zig, but
Yes,
as the
Lordship.
mutation orders are as late as 2018,
Yes, Lordship.
which possibly is a period after the petitioner was proceeded in the tribunal. Mr. Pying raises a doubt on the authenticity of the order of the circle officer.
He told me in the morning some report is awaited in this.
Lordship.
Accordingly, Home Department may make an inquiry and submit a report before the court. Already this order is there.
Yes, Lordship. But linkage is
I
clear.
know.
And now this,
Today, what do you submit, Madam Verma?
so if it's remanded
We'll have
back,
to
that
wait
is what.
for the.
If you withdraw your doubt, we'll proceed. If you
I can
otherwise that report.
let Mr. Pying do it, Lordship, because he told me in the morning that we are waiting something here. I did not appear in this.
Stated
If it's-
that the
Lordship,
report.
this was, this land document was also through Lordship calling the, Lakmandal was there, DW
It is
three.
stated that the report as required by the order of 46/2023 is being awaited, list on so and so for the report.
If they have done
Post
that
office.
also, they can, if it's remanded back, they can submit the report there itself also, Lordship. I leave it,
No, we have to maintain some judicial discipline.
yes, Lordship.
Once this order is passed,
Yes, Lordship.
on the next date, we simply ignore it and take
Yes,
another
Lordship.
recourse. That won't look very
Yes, Lordship.
appropriate.
Yes, Lordship.
23.
Or you could have avoided that order on that day itself.
I
On
have-
14/6, you could have avoided that order by saying what you were saying today.
I have, my additional affidavit I have filed yesterday.
But as the order is already passed, we have
Yes.
to give some importance to it. About there, because it won't be-
Item 23.
Gulab Jan. None appears for the petitioner when the matter is called list again. In the event of subsequent non-appearance, appropriate order shall follow.
24.
Hikmat Ali.
The father's name was listed in the voter of 1960, page 40,
14,
41 precisely.
41.
Basiruddin Mia,
Basiruddin Mia is the father.
my lord,
This
Village-
this
village
is of
Atta.
which year? Bedbury,
66, my lord.
66.
Village Atta,
Imona is the mother.
my lord. And
And who is the petitioner?
My lord.
Hikmat,
page number 44,
44.
1985 voter list. There is shifting, my lord.
How will you prove the shifting?
I'm seeking some time, I'll produce some documents.
Mr. A.W. Awan, Land Counsel for the petitioner, seeks for an adjournment to produce any material which may substantiate that the family of Basiruddin Mia of the 1966 voters list of village Bedbury had later on shifted to village Golpara Part 4. So as the name of Hikmat Ali appears in the voters list of 1985 of Golpara.
Yeah.
25.
What is it?
Item 25.
None appears for the petitioner when the matter is called list again upon subsequent non-appearance appropriate order shall follow.
Item 26.
May please, your lordship. My lord, here in this case, Father, along with other paternal uncle, purchased a land in the year 1962. That seal deed we have annexed now.
Page number.
Page 70. My lord, vernacular part.
70.
71, my lord, vernacular part. It was dated 2/2/26. Father's name is Muhammad Asruddin. But grandfather's name has been wrongly recorded against his name. It is written as Mikta Bormon, but in fact, their correct name is Mia Box, my lord. It did have did written like that, my lord, Mikta Bormon.
How will you correct it?
Father's name is Asiruddin.
No, this must be a mistake.
Mistake.
When the writer wrote this
Yes,
certified copy.
did writer mistake. my lord.
So, this is the only document you have. to
My lord,
prove
no,
it.
my lord, in the brutal list of 1965, Lordship may kindly have a look, page 73. The Jamamandi copy. His name appears Innos Ali, son of Asaruddin.
Page 73 is the Jamabandi,
Yes, Jamamandi, my lord.
village Isapur,
Ichhapur, same village, my lord.
Asumuddin, son of Miajan.
Miyazan, my lord.
This is the father.
Father, my lord. Asiruddin is the father, but here written as
No,
in
other
one part,
Asimuddin
one
is,
part written Asimuddin, but other part written, my lord, against the name of the petitioner, father's name correctly written Asiruddin, my lord. So this type of mistake is there, my lord. In 65 brutal list, my lord, father's name wrongly written
Page
as
number?
Baisuddin.
page number.
78, my lord. Vernacular at page 79. Here, father's name wrongly written as Bahisuddin. Mother's name Hazira Bibi.
But Mr. Sita, that's a difficulty. How many mistakes you are going to correct now? One mistake,
My
we
lord,
can correct it
my lord.
if that mistake
is
is corroborated by some other material. Sometimes we, in our order itself, we provide
My lord,
that, read that name to be something different.
my lord,
But when the corroborating material is also consists of mistakes, then how are you going to correct it?
very difficult, my lord. I admit, my lord.
You think what you do? You think over what is to be done? Tell us.
My lord, kindly see the brutal list of 1993. My name is with my mother. Here, my age is shown as 10 years only. How he can be brutal in 1993, my lord? That
No,
is also-
voters list is not correct. We never say that they are always correct. But at the same time,
my lord.
to rectify one mistake, the method we adopt is, if it is corroborated by another material, then you can accept the mistake.
My lord,
But if the corroborating material also contains their own mistakes,
my lord.
then how one mistake will be corroborated by the other mistake and that mistake will be corroborated by this mistake? So that's why you say we adjourn it, you think over
Well.
how, or maybe there is some further material
My
which is correct and that will corroborate something.
My Fine.
The sale deed at page 71 is relied upon, which shows Asuruddin to be the son of Mitta Bormon. And it is stated that the name of the father is incorrectly depicted, whereas it ought to have been Mia Box. The Jamabandi of a plot of land at village Isapur contains the name of Asumuddin, son of Miajan, which again is at a variance from that of Asimuddin. The voters list of 1965 relied upon of village Isapur relied upon shows the name as Bahichuddin Mia, son of Mia Box. Whereas it is stated that the correct name ought to have been Asimuddin Mia. As no corroborating material is available to accept the mistakes indicated above, matter adjourned to enable the petitioner to explore if any further material is available.
27.
Say appeal,
Yes, your lord.
first time.
No, your lord.
They have been transferred by in violation of the guidelines of CRPF. Yes, court asked a question only because less than 1 year is there for the man to retire.
Here he is in the unit. Here, he is in a unit, Lordship, and it appears, Lordship, he is not capable to command that unit.
Hmm?
He is not capable of commanding that unit. There are some problems have arisen, and that is why he has been transferred. Lordship.
So he is basically a commandant of an unit,
Yes,
but the authorities find that he is incapable of
Yes.
commanding an unit, so a transfer is required.
yes, Lordship. And that is why.
Will
Lordship,
it that not be stigmatic?
it's not stigmatic, Lordship, because he will be a commandant. Here in this particular unit, there have been allegations, counter allegations, and the Javans, they are finding it difficult.
No, if he is a man incapable to command, how can he command another unit
He's-
wherever you send him?
Wherever he's been posted, Lordship, he will not be commanding an independent unit. He will be a commandant.
But that
But-
means either he is brought down
He's not brought
or
down.
it is stigmatic.
He is not brought down, Lordship. There, it's a formation where the authority will be exercised by a DIG. But he remains a commandant out there also.
That means he is a half commandant.
Lordship,
He is a
But
commandant
yes,
under a, he is a commandant under a commandant.
Lordship, there was an inquiry, Lordship, but
But otherwise, that's why we asked you the question.
yes,
If he is incapable of commanding,
he is not found capable of
that
commanding.
it will be stigmatic.
That is one thing, Lordship.
Prior to this, was he commanding a unit?
Yes,
So that is okay.
in this particular.
In this particular area, he is unable to command.
Yes,
Why? What is the
there, Lordship, I am placing on this.
uh,
Uh, In fact, if I may take your Lordship, I just page marked it, Lordship, in pen, my blue. If your Lordship will come to page 23. Page 23. A. Some correct decisions were not taken.
He's unable to command the unit, or there is a mutiny by somebody. Something in the nature of a mutiny. It may not be exact mutiny. So if it is little mutinous, then why not tackle those person instead of
It's not.
either this man is very strict, somebody working under him is not liking it. Either this man likes to work like anything, somebody is not liking him. So what you do, therefore, again, it is leading to, this is why we are not very taken in the decision, a judicial, leading to multiple numbers of pseudonymous and anonymous complaint. Why the man who lodges the complaint cannot come in the forefront and directly lodge a complaint against him that this is what he has done, please draw up a proceeding against him.
That is.
So, meaning thereby, it can be looked both ways, that this man is most incapable, very inefficient person. So the people below are not liking it, they're getting confused.
No.
He may be the most efficient person because the efficient people are also equally disliked, mind you. People who don't like to work doesn't like efficient people to be on the top.
That is also.
How do you distinguish between the two?
Here the distinction is not.
So we continue with the stay order.
Right,
We give our observations on this report, we'll quote it also,
And I would
we'll
also.
make our observation. And if you want to make further inquiry, make an inquiry, submit report, we'll consider it at a later date. But by retaining the interim order. Because
Yes,
it can be both.
yes, I do agree. Harsh.
In fact, I have not only read the para you have indicated, one above and one below, both I have read.
In fact, it continues to the next page. And I would just take your lordship.
But
this-
on the, so what is this? Not found capable to command, also not capable of taking right decision in the unit and fails to explain the decisions taken in judicious manner. Which decision?
Lordship.
See, as a single, we pass our judgments. Okay. Aggrieved person goes and file an appeal. Appeal it is reversed.
Lordship.
Do you mean to say the single judge has taken an injudicious decision? So he should be removed from that place now.
No.
This, is it not the same logic?
Yes. Harsh.
Remove him. Why? Decision, judgment is not good. It has been appealed, interfered in the appeal. So remove this judge from here.
Here, Lordship,
Something different, something else is there.
maybe, but I would humbly submit, Lordship, since security is concerned, maybe Lordship will take note of that.
No, the material should also indicate that the security of the country is at threat.
Yes.
We
yes,
definitely will, not
Yes.
only if necessary, will suspend him also.
Yes,
Why only just transfer?
I do agree.
No.
And how it was put up before the authority.
This, tell the authorities that this expression had its bearing in the thinking of the court.
Yes.
Pseudonymous and anonymous complaint. If there is a genuine complaint, why that man cannot come to the forefront and lodge it?
Yes. Yes, I'm on that.
And if pseudonymous and anonymous complaints are required to be given any credence, you'll not find a single judge in the high courts and the Supreme Courts of India. Everybody is, when his file is moved, there invariably there are
Yes.
these complaints. So this is the value of a pseudonymous and anonymous complaint. Most probably that man himself is guilty. How do you know?
That is not coming out here. And how it has been, because he has filed a representation against the order of transfer. It was put up. And how it has been dealt with, Lordship, you'll find at page 24.
So timing we continue because we wanted to know the reason.
That. if
Consider
lordship
about
are-
whether should be brought to the notice or review of the reasons should be brought. Reasons is brought, we quote the reason and find it why it is
lordship, if you.
time
like
being
it,
unacceptable.
If your lordship will permit me, I will try to get that.
And if something more is you want to produce, you are at
Yes,
liberty to
yes,
produce.
yes.
We'll
Yes. yes.
consider on the next returnable day.
Yes. yes.
Right.
This is a little bit vague, lordship.
I think
I understand, lordship.
you'll also accept it.
I understand, lordship. That is not coming out.
Heard Mr. S. Day, learned counsel for the appellant, also heard Mr. R.K.D. Chaudhary, learned DYSGI. An order of transfer dated 29/5/2023 has been issued in WA or in some writ petition.
In repetition, lordship.
No, but it's an order in writ appeal. Or let single judge has
Single judge.
dismissed the petition,
Yes.
11.5 is the order.
has been sealed in WPC
3058,
3058
23.
2023, which was given a final consideration by the judgment and order dated which order?
29/5.
29.5/2000.
29/5/2023. That's the date of the judgment of the court.
Yes.
What is the date of the transfer order?
11.5/2023.
11/5. Sure, okay, it will be. It will okay, it's good. Mm. 11/5. Page 41, right? On what ground do you assail this order of the land single judge?
Lordship, one is that the rules specify that the normal tenure at the place of posting would be 3 years.
Sorry,
The normal place of posting at a particular location would be 3 years.
but they can,
That is, lordship.
that is only not a mandatory.
Page
That a couple of days short or three, no one can dislodge you.
No, and also your lordship, I am.
Number one. Number two, these are notifications. They are not enforceable in a court of law. You cannot make out any case because of that.
Lordship, the policy is at page number 36.
Mr. They we understand, but there is a division bench judgment of this court, not in fact two, almost in a close proximity of each other, that these are circulars or notifications laying down some guidelines. Any violation thereof is not enforceable in a court of law.
Yeah, lordship.
These guidelines,
I think it is by most likely Justice Chelames's judgment. There are two division bench judgments.
If I may draw your lordship's attention to page 39(6). It states the Director General reserves.
Hmm.
in this,
Page 39(6). The Director General reserves the right to relax one or more of the above guidelines at his discretion on administrative or operational grounds.
So this is administrative. But reason we are,
Lordship, I
this is where
do understand, lordship. If I can place that. lordship.
Hmm. People. The way. By the order 29/5/23, whereby the writ petitions to dispose of requiring the appellant to join at his place of posting and thereafter submit representation. The Mr. S. Dale and counsel for the appellant urges upon that the ground of assailing the order of transfer is that in deviation of the extent policy in force, the petitioner was transferred before completion of 3 years at his earlier place of posting. Prima facie, the said reason cannot be accepted inasmuch as the provisions of the extent policy itself are in the form of an executive instruction or notification. And the law had been settled by the division bench of this court in Mr. Chaudhary, please find out.
Yes,
There's
I will.
one judgment is there, it's there reported
will.
everywhere. That the provisions of a notification cannot be enforced in a court of law. But however, we have noticed that while the appeal was considered by the by a division bench of this court, there is an order dated 5/6/2023 requiring the respondent authorities to provide the court with the reasons as to why the transfer had been effected. The order calling for the reasons would be justifiable from the point of view that although the provisions of a notification or circular may not be enforceable, but at the same time, any such decision or order to effect a transfer before completion of 3 years would also have to pass the test of it being not arbitrary or unreasonable. In response thereof, a communication dated 8/6/2023 from the authorities in the respondent CRPF has been produced before the court. Which contains what is called T95, what will you describe it? Which contains your page 23.
Yes, Lordship.
That number T95/2023 per DA3, what does it, how will you call it? Notification or order or what?
I will just get the answer, Lordship.
আগ্রহী নাই এখনত আছে look at the previous page, which is something different. So people give her part automatically. This is not there. Key, which key? So, wherein a document is enclosed bearing number T stop Roman 9-5/2023-PERS-DA-3, PERS too small, DA too capital.
This is a note put up
No.
for approval of the DG.
Which contains key number will you follow? And had a document number, whatever it is, let it remain. The relevant paragraphs of the document where in paragraphs number 18, 19, and 20 are extracted as below. Is Kailashnath, this man?
No,
No,
Your Lordship,
no.
Om Prakash.
Om Prakash. They are called A to D, B to none. These pertain to Kailashnath, I think. A reading of the document referred above makes it discernible that an inquiry was conducted by the DIG, presently IG, Sri Bidyut Sen Gupta, regarding certain allegations and counter allegations made by the officers of 156 Battalion against each other. Further, the inquiry officer was of the opinion that the appellant Sri Om Prakash Tokas, commandant of 156 Battalion, is not found capable to command the unit and also not capable of taking the right decisions in the unit, and fails to explain the decisions taken in a judicious manner, due to which multiple numbers of synonymous and anonymous complaints were received against the officer. It further provided that the appellant failed to maintain smooth functioning of the unit or effective administrative command and control, for which he was issued the advisory of being transferred. The report itself makes it discernible that the opinion arrived at by the inquiry officer is because of certain pseudonymous and anonymous complaints that were made against the petitioner. Without having any further material as to what are the nature of the complaints and who are the persons who had made the complaints, it will always be unsafe for any authority to arrive at any final conclusion, drawing an opinion against any person. If the respondents have any further reason, the same may be produced before the court. But as the reasons produced appears to be inadequate, as indicated above, we maintain the earlier interim order dated 5/6/2023 till the next returnable date. If advised, respondents may file their affidavit or bring in any further material in the form of the records as may be advised. Further consideration of the interim order would be made on the next returnable date.
Lordship is fixing a date.
10th August.
It's
Earlier or later?
Lordship transfer order, either way it goes, the sooner it gets closed, better.
25th July.
So you want it earlier? Or if you want it later, we have a maximum period of 11 months.
Now 10 months.
Not required.
Transfer matter, Lordship, the sooner it gets.
See, because these are responsible posts.
Yes.
We have to be very careful. If you bring in appropriate material,
Yes.
then of course we'll have to think about it, what is to be done.
25th July.
Otherwise, we don't see any much of a legal right, other than the reason being arbitrary or unreasonable.
24th. Item 28.
And you must be such a person, no one likes you in the unit. And thinking I am retired now in the commandant, let me command everyone. So people must be little against you that remove this man. Otherwise, you are making life horrible for everybody.
Some people who like him have been.
That is also
helping us in
possible.
the case.
Bring the report of the people who like you. If you
In
have.
fact, when it was before the learned single judge, previously also when he was transferred here, he filed a representation that he wants a posting near Delhi. Therefore, my submission before the single judge was, now he's posted to Meerut. Meerut is only 100 kilometers away.
And nowadays the highway is also very good, I think.
He can retire near his place.
You bring that record and produce it before us.
That is there, his representation is there.
No. The earlier record seeking posting in Delhi.
No, it's there. It's there.
Where is it?
It's there. Lordship will see page 33.
his representation.
Lordship may take it up on the next.
No, now he's shying away.
Point out on the next day. Mr. R.K.D. Chaudhary DYSDY also makes a statement that on an earlier occasion when the same appellate was transferred, he had taken a plea that he would like a posting at any place in or near Delhi,
Only in Delhi.
in Delhi, by showing a preference. It is submitted that the present transfer is of the petitioner is to Mirror, which will be very much within the nearabouts of Delhi. And therefore, a suggestion is made that the earlier desire of the petitioner had been met by the respondent authority. Petitioner to respond to the same submission made.
Item 28.
Alimuddin is the father.
Page
Fine.
number.
Page number 59, Lordship. Village Monjuri.
Page number, Madam Ghosh.
Page number 59, Lordship. 66 protest list.
If 66 Gaon Manjuri.
Yes, Lordship. Alimuddin,
Mia is the father.
yes.
Yes.
And Lordship, my father and my brother, Akram Ali,
Page number.
together, Lordship, page number 67, Lordship. Alimuddin.
Alimuddin.
And-
Alimuddin father.
Yes, and brother, Akram Ali,
This is of which year? 05.
2005, Lordship.
Akram Ali brother.
Yes.
In 66, Alimuddin was not married. '70 also not married. 85 he got married.
Yes, Lordship.
Halima Khatun.
Yes, Lordship.
In 2005, Hamida Khatun.
Two 2010 also, Lordship. It's Hamida.
Yes, Mr.
Akram Ali also is there, 2010.
No, from 5 onwards, he'll be there.
Yes.
Now here deposed as DW.
2,
What do you say, Mr.?
DW2, Lordship,
Fine.
page 107.
My lord, it is seen that my lord, the Akram Ali is there in 2005. And
So why Akram Ali was not there in 1997? Are you raising that question?
no, there is Akram Hussein
Hussein.
there in 1997.
Where is it? Page number?
Yes, page number Lordship 65.
But son of Alimuddin,
Yes,
And rest all name are there.
rest of the people are also there. Yes. Hamida is there.
and as per
Basirani is also there.
if Akram Ali is 35 in 2005, my lord, the mother should have been there in 1970. My submission is. Because the date of birth will be exactly 1970 if it is.
But
That cannot, it is that mother is not there.
And what is his statement, my lord, that I,
but sometimes they may not enter the name of somebody in the voters list.
then it was 21 years, my lord, in 1971. The minimum age was 21 years.
Authorities retained, maintained in the voters list. They are also not that easy people.
No.
That one
not
Halima
yet.
Khatun one day will go, my name is not there, immediately you'll find the name entered. It's not like that.
Lordship, may I submit Lordship in
You have to
19
struggle a lot. And I can tell you of one my personal experience. Mr. Pahang, I had a problem of something of this nature. So through somebody, I made a request that my grievance may be attended in the office of the Deputy Commissioner, so I went there. I deliberately did not disclose that I had sought the help of somebody and I would have been received there. I just waited like an ordinary citizen, waiting for my grievance to be taken care of. And you won't believe the experience. So how do you know that this Halima Khatun did not face the same experience if the name did not appear in one voters list?
That may be, that may be, my lord. I'm not saying that.
Ground level people, it's not so easy for them, all these things. It cannot be so mechanical. The one name is not there, so you're out straight away. There may be many reasons. Of course, the reason also may be that this person never existed subsequently for living. That is also possible. But that will again depend on what material you have to substantiate. You have to verify, make inquiry, tell the court that this had actually happened.
Lord. That counter also I have Lordship. Her name cannot be in 70. Reason is that if she was 44 in 97, then 52 born. I have just calculated 1997, she
So
is
she's
44.
just about 18 years in
53,
1997.
53 born, so 53, 63, 73. So 73, she will be 20 years. So her name is there in 85. 70, it cannot be, Lordship.
We can put you the question in a different way.
Yes, Lordship.
Come to page 62.
Yes, Lordship.
Alimuddin means 60 years. If you're so particular figures, we put you the question on figures only. Alimuddin is 60 years. Halima is 53 years.
Yes, Lordship.
She is 7 years younger than Alimuddin. Okay.
Yes, Lordship.
Now come to page 59.
Yes, Lordship.
1966, Alimuddin is 30 years.
Yes, Lordship.
So if Alimuddin is 30 years, going by the 7 years difference, Hamida was 23 in 1966.
Her name
You are
was-
relying on figures, we are also relying on figures. Now you say figures are not reliable.
No, I'm not.
Moment
I'm
you say
just
figures
giving
are not reliable, we
you
put,
what my
we'll put the
learned
same question
friend
back to
has-
you, the figures are not reliable.
stated, Lordship. What my learned friend has stated that if he was relying on 2005, she was sober, she should have been there in 70. If I'm not wrong, what my learned friend has said. But, with that, she was 53 born, if we go on that.
I understand. Yes. So the age of Hamida is absolutely correct. In 2005 to be 53 years. Because she was born in 1952. A person born in 52 will be 53 in 2005. So that's a correct figure. And we are basing our question on that correct figure only.
Understood.
Yes, Mr. Pai, what do you say?
Yes, your lordship, deem, my lord, if your lordship may please to, my lord.
You
allow-
examine the evidence of
Prophet-
Akramani, you cross-examine
Yes,
him. If anything wrong is there,
Somebody was cross-examined, Lordship.
let them further cross-examine.
So it was done. Because in that tribunal, he was.
Third MSB goes there. He goes to the council for the petitioner also.
cross-examined. Even he has stated everything.
The petitioner Nobiran Nessa had been referred to the
Foreigners Tribunal, Kamrup.
Foreigners Tribunal,
Number
Kamrup.
Rural number 1.
Rural number 1.
Yes, Lordship. And this is second round of litigation. Page 53 is the impugn order.
Number 1, Kamrup Rural. Kamrup. Kamrup Rural likha ase. For any opinion is a foreigner within the Foreigners Act resulting in Tribunal rendered an opinion to 23/10/2018 declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner. Mr. Pine, we are having some reports that some of the tribunal members, they really misbehave.
But
Take care of it.
we have a, my lord.
If further report comes, we'll directly issue show cause notice by name to the members. We are not on the
Merit.
act of judicial side of these members. We are on the behavior. Treat them like human beings. Treat them like a litigant who is before a authority who requires the matter to be judicially decided. They are neither subordinates nor any person subservient to them. Some of the names we already have. Send a message without naming everyone that rough behavior against the proceedings will be unacceptable.
We have a refresher program on 1st, my lord, 1st of July.
Tell them with direct words.
I'll
In case we hear of any misbehavior in the real sense, I'm telling you. Not just somebody is trying to be strict, somebody is trying to be imposing, not that. Appropriate action will be taken. Tell them it has been watched, it has been reported, it is in the knowledge. Send a message.
Yes, yes.
কি বলবো? Being a brief district petition is included in the writ proceeding, the petitioner relies upon the voters list of 1966 of village Manjuri. Police station Soigao in the Kamrup district, which contains the name of Alimuddin Mia, son of Kanu, at serial 27. And it is claimed that Alimuddin Mia is the father of the petitioner. The name of Alimuddin Mia and his father Kanu also appears in the voters list of 1970. The voters list of 1966 contains 85 contains the name of Alimuddin, son of Kanu Sarkar, along with Halima Khatun, wife of Alimuddin, respectively at serial numbers 767 and 798. The voters list of 1997 contains the name of Alimuddin, son of Kanu, at serial 84, Hamida Khatun, wife of Alimuddin, at 85, and that of Akram Hussain, son of Alimuddin, at 88, where all three are residing in the same house number 21. Akram Hussain of the 1997 voters list had rendered opinion before the tribunal as DW2, stating that the petitioner, Nobiron Nessa, is his sister and also daughter of Alimuddin of the voters list of 1966, 70, 85, and 97. Above remanded back to the tribunal to examine the aforesaid voters list as well as to examine the evidence rendered by DW2 Akram Hussain. The respondents in the Home Department shall be at liberty to further cross-examine the DW2 if so advised. Home Department may also make the verification and submit a report to the tribunal upon doing the needful original of the past.
Yes, okay, Lordship. He is Akram Ali. He adduced evidence as Akram Ali because only in 97 he is Akram Hussain, but subsequently all voters.
The DW2 is stated to be Akram Ali, and further reference is made that Akram Hussain of the 1997 voters list had subsequently been corrected as Akram Ali, and in fact, DW2 is Akram Ali and not Akram Hussain.
2005 and rest of
29 for orders.
IA is for correction of the district name.
Correction of
the district name in the correspondent
page number. Page number. Sorry.
IA page number 4.
Can you be a little louder? I'm not able to hear you properly.
Continuation page name.
Lordship, page number 3 of the writ petition. Lordship, page number 3 of the writ petition. Here the district respondent number 3 and 4, district name written here as Gwalpara, which should be Lordship Borpeta. This much correction is needed, Lordship.
Hey, CIS you can hear it, huh?
The petition is already disposed of, Lordship.
There is a notification now, my lordship.
Hmm.
It has to be by a way of amending petition.
No, is this, that's what I want to look. Is this application not an application for amendment of the writ petition?
Yes, Lordship.
Amendment.
Allow the
For-
correction as paid under in this area.
For correction.
Correction where?
In the district name, Lordship, regarding the
Where do you? I
Ordership. In the ordership.
understand the correction is regarding the name of the district, but where do you want to make the correction?
in the writ petition, Lordship.
In the writ petition,
petition.
then it will be an amendment petition. You have to amend the writ petition.
Not on notification.
Cost it look like a amendment.
Only the cost title, Lordship.
It will cost that to the amendment. But
Yes, right. Police, yeah. Right to police. এই যে হাতে যে নোটিফিকেশন যে পরিধি এর মধ্যে কারেক্ট করে দিয়ে এটা বন্ধ করছে সাপোজ কোর্টে যে পড়ে যাতে পূর্ণ লেখা আছে যে কাটি বন্ধে হাত মেক ইট সামথিং ডিফারেন্ট You are Amit. You are
No.
an Amit.
Lordship, I'm on behalf of MM Zaman Lordship.
So your name, please.
MM Zaman Lordship.
Mr. Jaman. I think going by this notification,
Lordship.
you have to file the IA in the form of an amendment application.
Lordship.
So what you'll have to do is that strike out this particular paragraph, this particular cost title, whatever it is in the original one, and substitute it with the whatever you want to provide for. Once that is done, we will allow the amendment. And after allowing the amendment, you'll be required to file a fresh relevant page of that cost title, wherever it is. Suppose the cost title appears in page 4, file a fresh page, fresh for this thing, put it before the registry, and registry will also include, correct the writ petition and also put it in the CIS system. Otherwise, what is happening is,
Yes.
when you get the certified copy, the cost title is taken what is available in the CIS system. Unless this is corrected, you'll never get a corrected certified copy. Certified copy, whatever will be given to you, will be on the incorrect cost title that the CIS contains. This is the procedure. So we cannot order now that instead of district Gwalpara, strike it out and put district Kamrup, this orders will not be allowed anymore.
Lordship will file an amendment petition.
Meaning thereby, once we allow the amendment, you will have to file a consolidated amendment petition. But to make it easy, instead of filing a whole amended petition, you change the relevant page number.
Yes, Lordship.
And that will be attached to the writ petition.
Yes.
In view of the notification number 79 dated 19/6/2023 of the Registrar General Guwahati High Court, the petitioner to file an amendment petition to the cost title in WPC WPC 4297/2021. To incorporate the changes that are sought for in the cost title. IA is closed, liberty granted to file the appropriate application as indicated.
Obliged, Lordship.
এখনো হিলিতে দেখাইলো। Take a look at this.
Yes, Lordship.
Item 30 for hearing.
Possible that is to obtain a complete voter list from the year 1966 to 2016 of village Hajipara.
Village Hajipara.
Hajipara.
From 66 to 16. What does it provide?
Yeah, family are continuously there in the said village, your lordship, because the petitioner's grandmother name is Basiran Nessa Bewa. Her name appears in the year 1966.
Yes, Mr. Pine, you also taken note?
Let me go through this.
Huh?
Let it come up the petition by the time.
The complete voters list as required by the order 31/5/23 has been produced before the court. Adjourned on the prayer of Mr. J. Pine, the Home Department, to enable the Land Council to examine the same. The complete voters list is returned back to Mr. A. Ali, Land Council for the Election Commission, to be produced on the next date.
Item 31.
Lordship, kindly see the order dated 3/4/20.
3, 4,
20
12.
23.
23.
Well, the report was short for in this case, my lord. Let it come out of vacation.
Adjourned on prayer, Mr. J. Pine, for the report as required by the order of 3/4/2023.
Item 32 for motion.
8 page, your lordship.
Yes, Mr. Mukhtar.
Yes, ma'am.
What is this matter?
Petitioner's father's name is Qasim Ali, my
It's
lord.
a new matter.
Yes, ma'am, motion,
Time,
ma'am.
first time. Which page?
Page 30, my lord. The Jamabandi, my lord.
30, Qasim Ali, serial number?
7, my lord.
7. He is the father.
Father of the petitioner, my lord.
Father, okay. And where is the petitioner?
Petitioner's name will appear, my lord. If he is for the first time in 2015, his vote has come, my lord. Page 72, my lord.
How do you know Qasim Ali is a citizen?
Yes, ma'am, because he's 66, his name is there, my lord.
Where?
The Jamabandi, my lord. There is a 66, my lord. Page 30, my lord.
Jamabandi is of the 66, but the entry is of which date? All the
21/166, my lord.
Mr. Mukhtar, if you read the Jamabandi,
My lord.
you'll notice that the Jamabandi may be of the year 1966. It's almost like a continuous document.
It's an order dated, my lord. It's order dated. my
Where
lord.
is that order?
The top, my lord, right side, my lord. 10th column, my lord, right side.
By which order the name of
Yes,
Qasim?
21/166, my lord.
Okay, that is okay. But otherwise, Jamabandi
Yes,
is a
I
continuous
understand.
document.
Yes, continuous, my lord. Many pages are there, my lord.
If you make the entry yesterday, still
Yes,
it
my
will
lord.
be a Jamabandi of 66.
My lord, my lord. The page 72, my lord.
Qasim Ali.
Qasim Ali is serial number 2, my lord. My name is at bottom, my lord.
Ali Shekhar Stolot, Qasim Ali.
Yes, Qasim Ali's father, my lord.
Okay, fine. So
Bottom,
Qasim Ali.
Tokbil Ali, my lord, petitioner, my lord.
So now, who is the petitioner? Tokbil
Tokbil
Ali.
Ali is the petitioner. my lord.
Which document will show he is the son of Qasim Ali?
This is the document, my lord.
Which one?
The page 72, my lord.
What is 72?
This is the voter list of 2015, my lord.
Voters list of 2015.
15, my lord. I have become voter in this past time, my lord.
Possible. He is the petitioner.
Yes, my lord. Bottom, my lord. Muhammad Tokbil Ali, father Qasim Ali, my lord.
Hokua Peta.
Hokua Tepa, my lord.
Hokua Tepa.
Yes, my lord. Hotevari, near Hotevari.
Hokua Tepa. Yes, Mr. Heard Mr. A.K. Mukhtar and counsel petition. In the writ proceeding, reliance is placed on a Jamabandi of a plot of land at village Hokua Peta, Tepa,
Yes.
which contains which refers to an order of the circle officer dated 29 or 21 9
21, 166.
21 1 1966,
My lord.
by which the name of Qasem Ali had been mutated in place of
Pohor Ali Sheikh.
Pohor
Ali Sheikh.
in place of Pohor Ali
Sheikh, madam.
Sheikh. Accordingly, it is claimed that the existence of Qasem Ali is established through the entries in the Jamabandi. Petitioner thereupon relies upon the voters list of 2022 of village Bokua Tepa.
15, madam. 2015 total list.
You said 73,
Page 72, my lord.
72.
72 page, madam. My name is at
Okay,
the bottom.
okay, 15.
Yes,
Which contains the name of Taqbil Ali, son of Qasim Ali. And accordingly, the petitioner seeks to discharge the burden under section 9. Privacy guilt.
protection. Oblige.
33 for admission.
The lordship suggested on the last occasion, madam, that petitioner himself is a cancer patient.
Yes.
Petitioner is a cancer patient. And they,
Oh, that matter.
Well,
What to do?
as your lordship suggested, I think, madam, that would be
If we suspend the reference for
Madam,
some time,
or something, let him have the treatment, madam. That, as your
and
lordship suggested, madam.
consequently the declaration as a foreigner also. It's not that normally
Yes, yes.
interim order we give that no
Madam.
coercive this that. We also state the declaration as meaning thereby
That-
until further orders, the person will not be considered to be a foreigner
Madam,
and remain like that for 1 or 2 years, take the treatment.
in exercise of this read jurisdiction, lordship can do that, madam.
Otherwise, what to do?
Yes,
Because consequences will be otherwise bad.
madam.
Man who is struggling,
Let him
will
have the
remain for a few days, he'll be taken to detention, he'll be put into all kind of.
From there, even the people will be in trouble, how to give him the treatment there.
Hmm.
It's better, madam, so as your lordship suggested,
So
madam.
now you take the treatment in the proper place in Guwahati. Suggest your take. But your children of the petitioner, that problem will again remain with them. Even him also, provided he survives. If he doesn't survive anyway, that's the end of this man. He has children, married.
Yes. Wife died, 2 daughters are there. They're
Those
small.
2 daughters may have a problem in future, some, unless the father's citizenship is determined. Okay, we'll think about it later on.
Yes, lordship.
The petitioner the petitioner Dilip Biswas was referred to the
Foreigners Tribunal.
Foreigners Tribunal
Number 1, Kamrup.
number 1 Kamrup Metro at Guwahati for rendering an opinion as to whether he is a foreigner under the Foreigners Act 1946. The tribunal rendered an opinion dated 8/1/2018 declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner. Being aggrieved, this writ petition is instituted. In the writ proceeding, reliance is placed on, where is it?
His cancer is.
Not
annexed.
cancer, reliance placed on a birth certificate issued by the Department of Health Services, Government of Assam, in the office of the Joint Director of Health Services, Kamrup Metro, which shows that Dilip Biswas is the son of Sudhan Biswas. As a birth certificate issued under the law is admissible in evidence. And if we accept that the father of the petitioner is Sudhan Das, a further requirement would remain to prove that Sudhan Das himself was a citizen. Be that as it may, it has been informed that informed as well as medical documents produced before the court that the petitioner is in advanced stage is suffering from cancer disease and his present state is that he is in an advanced stage. In the circumstance on a humanitarian consideration, we feel that there is a requirement of the petitioner to be provided with the necessary treatment. But question would arise that if the petitioner is a declared foreigner, whether he can avail the services of the health department of the government of Assam for treatment of his disease. It is stated that at present the petitioner is availing the treatment at a district hospital or what?
Yes, district hospital.
District
Sonapur.
hospital at Sonapur in the Kamrup,
Metro.
but the said hospital does not have the facility for specialized treatment required for cancer. In the circumstance, in order to enable the petitioner to receive appropriate medical treatment, and as the matter is yet to be finally adjudicated as to whether he is a foreigner or a citizen, we accordingly stay the reference made by the Superintendent of Police Border Kamrup Metro to the tribunal concerned for rendering an opinion as to whether the petitioner is a foreigner, as well as state the opinion dated so and so, declaring the petitioner to be a foreigner. We are clarifying that the implication thereof would be that the present status of the petitioner until further orders would be that he is not to be considered to be a declared foreigner. If so advised, in the meantime, the petitioner may avail necessary treatment for his medical condition. A list after 3 months.
Deeply obliged, Lordship.
Okay.
Make it your lunch. Yesterday's matter where the inquiry officer is sought to be changed midway. When I was going through the provisions of Assam Services Discipline and Appeal Rules, also will kindly peruse Rule 9, Sub-Rule 8.3.
8?
Sub-Rule 8, Roman 3. How my lord a new inquiry officer will comply with this? May I read it, my lord? It's one line. May I just read it? Yes. Rule 9, Sub-Rule 8, Roman 3.
Rule 9 to any proceeding of procedure.
Procedure for imposing penalty. At Rule 4, about it is stated about appointing inquiry officer. Sub-Rule 8, Lordship will come. The record of inquiry shall include, now Rasul Khan comes Sub-Rule Roman 3, the oral evidence taken in the course of inquiry. Now, my humble submission before this honorable court is that 16 witnesses were already examined. Now they have changed the inquiry officer midway. That oral evidence part, how this new inquiry officer will appreciate my lord.
Are you serious with your submission?
I just.
Are you serious with your submission?
Because.
Mr. Patwari, we are asking you, are you serious with your submission?
I subject to correction.
We have taken note of your submission. Are you serious and pursue with this submission?
subject to correction.
Your submission will require also a presumption that the oral evidence remains in the oral form. And it is only in the memory of that inquiry officer who had heard it. But oral evidence is always put into a written form with the signatures. So he will take note of the oral evidence rendered and put to written form.
That can be done.
So that's why I'm asking you, are you serious with this? submission? If the oral evidence is such that it remains oral only in the mind of the inquiry officer, then you are right. Because it is only he who will have heard what has been said.
True, man.
But otherwise,
Yes, otherwise,
see, yesterday we don't get matter. How can you say that? Of course, we asked a lot of questions to the Madam Bachcharji also. How can you say it is not permissible? Do you have anything?
my lord, rules does not envisage anything.
Nothing
like
is there. That's why I say any decision anywhere that it cannot be done.
No, my lord, apart from that KR Dev's case.
See, when there is an investigation going on,
True, man.
the IO changes.
I would change it.
Wherever the IO changes, next IO takes over from the stage where the earlier IO had left.
True, man.
So now if there is a change in inquiry officer, the new one will take over from the stage where the earlier one had left. It's not necessary that he'll do it de novo. Because these are all, everything is on record. Evidence, documents, whatever is there. And someone said yesterday that only one witness is required to be examined.
One witness left.
Left, yet to be examined. New one will start from examining that witness left. How will it prejudice the petitioner in any manner? Because yesterday we asked some questions.
True, my lord.
Suppose today one court is hearing a matter.
Yes, ma'am.
In the middle of the hearing, the presiding officer changes. That is not permissible. So therefore, what we do, when if it is heard by one court, we keep it part heard and that court only hears. It doesn't even go to another court for hearing the next stage of the hearing. But here these are not hearings of any kind. The inquiry officer is not hearing anything. Only what he does, he issues notice to the delinquent. Come before, I am the appointed inquiry officer, come before me, say whatever you have to say. Presenting officer is also given a notice, come before me, produce whatever you want to produce or whatever you have to say. He goes on recording as it is happening. So till the last happening of the earlier inquiry officer, everything is on record. The new one will substitute that one, will begin from that one. How will it either prejudice or which law will be violated?
And another aspect of the matter was that, my lord, that Impugn Order 4/2023, last line, it was directed that the new inquiry officer will submit his report within 6 weeks. Now, my lord, he issues his notice only on 17th of June.
That will take care of. The delay caused by the inquiry officer will take care of that.
Yes, because the whole purpose of
So now we will provide that this 6 weeks is to be read from the day you were served the notice. That protection will give you. But otherwise, unless you bring in some kind of allegation of malafide, bias, that the change is done with some ulterior motive, which is likely to be this, will not permit it to happen. Or the authorities want the inquiry to be done in a spiked manner. This inquiry officer is upright, he is not listening to all those requests. Therefore, change and bring a more unscrupulous inquiry officer. We'll definitely appreciate all those.
My lord, those allegations of malafide are not there, but the whole purpose from the impugn order, bare perusal of the impugn order would reveal that because of expeditious conclusion of the inquiry, they want to change the inquiry officer.
They want to change it.
But, and they fix the time frame again, but this time frame has been missed, my lord. He did not take even a single sitting within that frame.
Then they will take disciplinary action against this inquiry officer. If the new one is not doing the work, even if the old one did not do their work, they will take action against these people. You never appoint these people as inquiry officer in future again. Yes, Madam Bachchan.
And Lordship will consider I am under suspension.
This is what will protect you. Your undue delay in concluding will, that protection will give you. With that, we don't have difficulty.
And let's just place the documents because impugn order is there and he for the first time issues a notice on 17th June.
No, that will protect you.
Yes, that will kindly pay.
Lordship, regarding the change of inquiry officer, Lordship. To speak the truth, Lordship, honestly, I also gone through the books and no provisions and nothing, Lordship, and when also. I
No,
consulted
this
with them.
issue is possibly deliberately kept open to be taken a call on a case to case
Yes,
basis.
Lordship.
There is nothing hard and fast, it cannot be done. There is
Lordship.
nothing hard and fast that you can do it at any time you feel
Yes,
like.
Lordship. Lordship, actually on March, Lordship, while taking off the status of all the departmental inquiry that were pending, Lordship, in the March
In a general
2023.
exercise, this came to the
All
notice.
the cases, Lordship.
So you feel that this officer is going, inquiry is going slow?
Lordship,
change
no,
it.
I have a slightly different Lordship.
You have a difference with
Yes,
us.
no, Lordship. My situation, the IO, she has provided the updated status, Lordship, on 3rd March.
IO.
IO, Lordship.
IO means criminal case.
Sorry, Lordship, inquiry officer,
Inquiry
Lordship.
officer.
Inquiry officer. Inquiry officer has given a status of this particular inquiry, Lordship, on 3rd March 2023.
The new one or the old one?
The old one,
Wow.
Lordship. 5 number of witnesses were examined till date. And the next date fixed was 16 March. And in the bottom of the status, Lordship, she has informed that I am dealing with 99 numbers of departmental proceedings. So after going through this,
So this
Lordship.
is a heavy duty inquiry
Yes,
officer.
Lordship, this is actually the situation, this is, but.
So therefore you change it.
This is actually,
And
Lordship, this is.
and the other one is so light duty
Uh,
that yet to start the work.
Lordship, there were 17 witnesses.
One is so heavy duty, unable to do the work, and the other one is so light duty that is yet to start the work,
That-
even after the appointment had taken place almost by a few months by now.
But Lordship, that cannot be said,
But
said,
you-
Lordship. Because on 3rd March, 5 number of witnesses and till date, as per their admission, 16 number of witnesses
The
has
new one
already
is
been.
also working.
Yes, Lordship, 16 numbers, so
16
how
are
can it be,
old one.
Lordship?
16 by old one.
16 by the old one.
Documents
This
are
is
there,
what
but-
we are given to understand.
Yes,
sir.
Lordship.
So new one has the new one started working?
He has started working, Lordship, notice has been issued, Lordship. Notice has been issued and due to personal difficulty of the present petitioner, Lordship, the last day, that means she sought time due to non, yes, Lordship, we are not on that,
Ultimately, what to
Lordship.
do, Mr. Patwari?
My lord,
So this is
What
the
to do?
situation, Lordship.
If you want an effective order, you have to give us some material that it is not permissible in law.
my lord, rules are silent, my lord. That your lordship wasn't voluntary.
Only one we indicated yesterday,
Yes.
but that will be also a too extreme an interpretation
True.
that A and inquiry officer and is singular.
Yes.
And moment you appoint, change and appoint two, it will be plural. But that will be too extreme an interpretation.
In a given situation, my lord, it can be perhaps.
If that is so, suppose what will happen if the inquiry officer dies? You are bound to change. What will you
Yes,
do?
Lord. This time,
Or
the-
incapacitated.
nothing, yes. Lordship. And due to retirement also, sometimes it happens.
No,
Lordship.
inquiry officer
He
continues.
retires from
The
service.
inquiry officer does not retire.
The.
He retired from the service,
Service.
but as an inquiry officer, he
Continue.
continues. Tell us what you want to do. Or you want to think over.
No, my lord, Lordship will protect us, protect the petitioner in respect of that suspension and all, because my lord.
Suspension we cannot set aside.
No, I'm not saying that Lordship set aside, because the impugn order at page 78 clearly says that the new inquiry officer shall submit the inquiry report within a period of 6 weeks. So
Which
it was
page you are reading?
Page 78, my lord.
Page
78 of the memo of appeal.
17,
78, my lord, 78.
78.
This is the impugn order.
Where is that date you said?
Last
In a period of 6 weeks without fail.
report, the inquiry officer shall
Submit the inquiry report within a period of 6 weeks without fail.
Okay, so this was issued on 4th of April.
Hmm.
Now I have given the document just now. He issued a notice for the first time on 17th of June, my lord.
So shall we record it and close the matter?
No, my lord, because here in the third paragraph also, whereas the charge officer is under suspension for a long period, more than 9 months, and the disciplinary proceeding not completed, which otherwise.
No, we take note of that.
Yes.
So what we will provide is,
So the whole.
no,
purpose-
you do it within 6 weeks of 17th June.
Yes, because the whole.
Without it, and
Yes.
this will be a direction to this inquiry officer.
Lord,
If she doesn't, she'll be in contempt. Tell that man,
Lord,
otherwise what more can we provide?
Lordship. And all the petitioner also cooperate, Lordship.
Yes, but
Definitely.
the petitioner is, my lord, expecting by October, my lord. So
Yes, that's why, Lord.
Some
Huh?
petitioner is a lady, my lord, and she is expecting by October.
Okay. Then you complete it as soon as possible
Lordship,
that the person
Lordship,
is at
Lordship
least
may
in.
direct accordingly, Lord.
Heard Mr. Patwari, student counsel for the appellant, also heard. Where is the order of the learned single judge?
My lord, it starts at
Page
page,
82.
my lord,
Page
81,
81.
79, and the relevant portion is at page 84, para 17,
83, start.
84, rejection, para 17, it starts at page 84, relevant portion, page 85. Para 17.
An order dated 4/4/2023 of the Secretary to the Government of Assam in the Personnel A Department was sealed in WPC 2379/2023. By the judgment and order dated 8/5/2023, the writ petition stood dismissed. Being aggrieved, this writ appeal is instituted. By the order dated 4/4/2023, in respect of a disciplinary proceeding initiated against the appellant, the inquiry officer namely Srimati Binita Pegu, IAS State Inquiry Officer, who was appointed as the inquiring officer to hold an inquiry in the disciplinary proceeding against the appellant, was removed as the inquiring officer, and in her place, Sri Jadab Saikya, IAS Secretary to the Government of Assam in the Personnel B Department, was appointed as the inquiry officer. In paragraph 3 of the order dated 4/4/2023, it was provided that the disciplinary authority was of the opinion that the disciplinary proceeding had not progressed much and had exceeded the timelines for completion of the disciplinary proceeding, and accordingly it was deemed necessary to appoint another inquiring officer by replacing the earlier inquiring officer. The learned single judge in the judgment and order dated
8/5/23.
8/5/2023. In paragraph 17 thereof, expressed the opinion that the submission of the petitioner by relying upon the proposition laid down by the Supreme Court in K.R. Dev versus the Collector of Central Excise Shillong, reported in 1971 2 SCC 102, was misconceived. And further, the learned single judge was of the view that the disciplinary authority would be within its own authority to replace the inquiring officer. And in such event, the delinquent employee will have no legal right to assail the change of the inquiring officer. Although we are not in complete agreement with the said conclusion that the disciplinary authority would be within its authority to replace the inquiring officer, and the delinquent employee will have no right to challenge the change in inquiring officer, inasmuch as the said opinion is circumstantial rather than absolute, and it cannot be ruled out that under no circumstance the delinquent official can challenge the change of the inquiring officer. But however, in the instant appeal, we require the learned counsel for the petitioner to make their submission as to which provision of law or in what manner the petitioner appellant would be prejudiced if the change of the inquiring officer is allowed to remain. No acceptable answer is forthcoming. And in fact, it is the submission also of M.S.M. Bhattacharjee, learned counsel for the government counsel for the respondents, that additional senior advocate for the respondents, that the proposition of law as to whether an inquiring officer can be changed or it cannot be changed had not been conclusively decided. But however, on the other aspect, that no prejudice could be cited by the petitioner upon the change of the inquiring officer. And further, as there is no allegation of mala fide, biasness, or any other allegation against the change in the inquiring officer or as a result of the change of the inquiring officer, comma, no reason can be attributed to warrant any change, warrant any interference with the change of the inquiring officer. Mr. Patwari, learned counsel for the appellant, points out that in the order dated 4/4/2023 itself, it had been provided that a new inquiring officer shall submit the inquiry report within a period of 6 weeks without fail. But on the other hand, the new inquiring officer, Sri Jaidev Saikia IAS, Secretary to the Government of Assam in the Personnel B Department, had issued a communication dated 17/6/2023 to the Secretary to the Government of Assam in the Act East Policy Affairs that the next date fixed for the inquiry proceeding for the inquiry in the departmental proceeding was fixed on 23/6/2023. The said provision that the next date of the inquiry proceeding is fixed on 23/6/2023 itself is in aberration of the provision of the order dated 4/4/2023 that the new inquiring officer shall submit the inquiry report within a period of 6 weeks without fail. In view of the above, the newly appointed inquiring officer is directed to strictly comply with the requirement of the order dated 4/4/2023 to complete and submit the inquiry report within a period of 6 weeks. As the said requirement had already been failed by the new inquiring officer, and his conduct again appears to be contrary to para 3 of the order dated 4/4/2023, that the earlier inquiring officer was changed because the said officer could not maintain the timeline. It appears that the new inquiring officer is also at a fault, is also at the same fault of not adhering to any timeline. The new inquiring officer is accordingly put to strict notice of the said aspect. It is stated that the petitioner, being a lady officer, is presently on the family way and therefore has an urgent requirement that the proceedings drawn be completed at the earliest. We have also considering the maturity in its entirety, the respondents in the Personnel B department to the government of Assam,
Personal A department.
Personnel A department to the government of Assam through the principal secretary.
Yes, Lordship, but they have made it Secretary, Lordship.
No,
only.
no,
But the
secretary is the inquiring officer. Who is the highest?
Highest is the Principal
It
Secretary.
is directed to take personal interest in the completion of the disciplinary proceeding
Lordship.
against the appellant at the earliest, and also ensure that the inquiring officer also do the necessary work as required by the order dated 4/4/2023 by which he was appointed. Is it enough?
Yes, my lord, may I remember?
If you go stricter, you'll be in more trouble.
No, no, my
That
lord.
man will be after you after some days.
No, my lord. There was a other direction by the lineage single there to pay subsistence allowance and nothing has been paid towards it.
It is paid, Lordship. I have this, Lordship. It is.
I,
paid. I have this
it is-
instruction, Lordship.
it is to be understood that if the appellant is under suspension, under the law, she is entitled to payment of subsistence allowance as admissible as admissible.
He has been paid.
The respondents are
Paying, Lordship.
also directed to ensure that the timely payment of subsistence allowance is made to the appellant. Anything more?
Nothing, I would like.
Deeply obliged, Your Lordship.
A copy of the communication dated 17/6/3 of the new inquiring officer is kept on record.
Lordship, 6 weeks from 17th, Lordship,
Seven.
that already initiated.
17 is, today is
Today is 28th, Lordship, almost 11 days. back.
11 days gone. And this person is not getting that one because he had already wasted more than 2 months doing nothing.
Lordship,
He ought to have been active from
yes,
immediately after the order
yes,
of 4/4.
Lordship, not deeply obliged, Your Lordship.
It have been disposed in the above terms.
35 for orders.
May I please, my lordship? My lord, this matter of refer back to the FT Nagaon to consider certain points by the honorable board.
Sorry.
This is for correction, my lord, correction of the FT names.
To see Bissas. Correction in the earlier order.
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of correction?
The
The
FT
FT
tribunal number 1 Nagaon may be corrected as FT foreigner tribunal number Morigaon, my lord.
Sorry.
It was typographical mistake, my lord. It was typed as FT Morigao.
Page number, para number,
Para 2, madam.
para
2.
para 2. Foreigners Tribunal Morigao, number 1. Now should be read as
Foreigners Tribunal number 1.
FT Nogao, my lord. FT Nogao, my lord.
Foreigners Tribunal
1 Nogam.
1 Nogao, not Morigao.
Not.
Heard your keyboard kotaki. Heard MS keyboard kotaki and counsel for the petitioner also. This interlocutory application is instituted for incorporating a correction in the order dated 15/5/2023 in WPC 1351/2023. In the said order, it was provided in the said order, in paragraph 2, it was provided that the petitioner Atushi Biswas, alias Rokhirani Biswas, was referred to the Foreigners Tribunal number 1 Morigao. A correction is sought for that it was actually Foreigners Tribunal number 1 Nogao. Accordingly, the correction is allowed wherever the expression Foreigners Tribunal number 1 appears in the order dated 15/5/2023 in WPC 1351/2023, it be read as Foreigners Tribunal number 1 Nogao.
The last date of appearance before the FT Nogao has been fixed on 20th June, that is today, my lord.
Accordingly,
The date.
the time limit provided in para 6 of the order for appearance of the applicant before the tribunal is now extended, and the appearance shall be on
17 July.
17/7/2026 before Foreigners Tribunal number 1 Nogao.
Of this.